everybody. We are live. I think, you know what? Something happened that can bring everyone on each side of this Amico debate together. Is, man, that Karen Moon sucks. I'm not even going to say his official YouTube name. But, man, he just went out. Remember that movie, Half Baked? He's like, you suck, you suck, you suck, you suck. I'm out. I'm not even going to put him in a thumbnail or nothing. I think we might discuss that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. Let's talk about it.
But who is this? Who is this guest? Rhea, what is wrong? Where's your mask?
Oh, I'm not a faceless avatar like some people online.
Oh, damn!
Oh.
I am.
Dang.
Yeah, I am. I'm proud of it. I'm
not.
Okay, so. Oh, good on you for showing your face, not a faceless avatar. So we have a special guest, Dazyed Gaming.
What's up, everyone?
We have Rhea has prepared some topics, so we're going to discuss. Rhea's going to try to keep me on target, which is extremely hard. Rhea's
I got my boomer notes.
Your boomer notes. All right. Yeah. Let me get to the chat here. Rhea is there. The Rambling Man. Play nice, fellas. No biting, hitting, or kick. I would never. Never. He seems like a nice guy already. I could easily see us hanging out in his backyard with his hammock, playing the Amico, having some beers.
Maybe
in the future.
Max.
We'll see how you
play today.
I play nice.
Oh, Dazyed actually wants to go to a live event, so maybe the next East Coast one, y'all will actually get to meet. Maybe.
Well,
I would love that.
I would love to make it to the next events. It's just financially and family stuff. I don't think I could travel again.
I said if it was in 2 to 3 hours of me, and I don't really want to give my location away. That just seems dumb.
No.
But if it's like, Midwest, Chicago area ish, I could make that happen. Like even like Detroit, but and I'm going to say I don't have the comments turned on. So if people are talking to me, I'm just going to focus on what we're talking about. So I'm not really paying attention.
Okay.
So.
Oh yeah, no problem.
I don't want anyone to think I'm ignoring them.
Do we going to get straight into the topics, or I at least got to give you some hard questions, Days? Because people like my Amico family, and we're not a cult, we're a family.
So are we, dude. We're not haters. We're a family.
I don't know about that.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.
So we'll have to get into that. Well, I even watched. Okay, this is my dilemma with you, man. You seem like a great guy, but then I even watched a recent video because I am a subscriber. I subscribe to Good Faith.
Appreciate that. I'm a subscriber to you too. I just can't ever remember your channel name.
Well, I've changed it quite a few times. Yeah. Movie Madness and Entertainment.
Yeah.
So even in the most recent video, you're like, we want this to come out just so we can laugh at its failure, and I just can't wrap my mind around.
Okay.
That. I can't wrap my mind around someone that loves entertainment, loves video games, wanting something to fail. Have there been mistakes? Yes. I do not want. I just can't. I don't understand that point.
Okay, it's not the fact that I'm saying I want it to fail. I want to see it come out so then we can have finally a conclusion. Like, well, who's right, who's wrong? I even said in the thing, I said, my opinion is that it's going to fail. I'm not saying I want it to fail. I just.
But you like laughing
I assume it's going to fail, and if it fails, I'm going to laugh at it because I would say, because that's what I've done all along. I thought the thing is silly. However, if it succeeds, I will fucking buy one. I will, and I will play it, and I will do a review, and that's where I'm at on it. I'm not just like an ultimate hater,
and I'm not attacking you. I just like some people on the opposite side can't understand why people are actually excited about these games, and I absolutely am. Am I excited about Sesame Street and Care Bears? No, but I am excited about all the retro reimagined, and all the stuff like that. I'm even excited about Cornhole.
You know what? I even said on a live stream I did with Ninja Kitty that I played a Moon Patrol on the Intellivision app when it came out. It's not bad.
No, I mean, it sucked on the app on the controller.
Sure, but I said that there's some games on there that can be fun. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like the retro reimagined stuff, sure. Like Moon Patrol can be fun. Astro Smash, I think, is an overrated game. I played it not too long ago on a stream on the Intellivision. It sucks compared to Space Invaders. I'm sorry,
but
it does.
I'm open to having a Rambling Man on in the future too, or if he wants to pop on, I don't know.
Dude, I've never gotten a chance to talk to Rambling Man on like his voice, but we always talk in the comments, and then I love the dude. He's the reason why I came after you, because you came after poor Rambling Man.
I didn't go after him. I was reacting.
You did. I know.
I was reacting to
you
the
were
criticism.
punching down. You were punching down.
No. I love addressing my critics. So I'm like, I love it when people make videos on me. I'm actually very disappointed.
I do too.
I'm pretty left alone. People don't make much videos on me.
I love seeing my name being brought up, and people. It fuels my energy. Like, I want to make more videos.
Right. So when you made a video on me after we had our little thing, I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah, no, I knew you would like it. And that's why I was like, I kept giving you a hard time. I'm like, man, I'm wasting my time. Dollar store Doomcock. You know, I was giving you
that's the first time I've heard that. Oh boy. Yeah, no, I'm much better than Doomcroc doesn't have anything on this madman. But that's my major issues with you personally, and then you could address mine. Is that I do not understand, if you really love something, video games, that you're like wanting to laugh at the failure. How it's actually, if they fail, it's sad. And I do think they're doing a lot of things right. I played it. And then the other issue is, just like I can't understand that, a lot of people on the, let's say, critic side, not haters,
call us haters. We've accepted that as our name. So.
That you can't understand how people can actually genuinely like this stuff. If we like, a lot of times you're like, oh, you're really playing it up for the camera, acting like you're so excited about this, and Finnegan Fox and all that. Whereas I genuinely am, and a lot of my friends are, and it's basically calling us liars. So that's why.
I don't think it's liars. Okay, listen. Do you ever watch Red Letter Media?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever watched the Nerd Crew episodes?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's what you feel the angle.
That's pretty much what it's like, man. I mean, it's like, okay, so there's a lot of problems with Star Wars. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
And you have tons and tons of shills out there. I love Star Wars. For example, I've got a 3-shelf collection here of everything. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. Did I like the new movies from Disney? No, I'm not a fan of those. Like, the first one was decent. I thought The Last Jedi was trash. And so that's what they do. Let's say, for example, then all of a sudden there's literally no criticism of these Star Wars movies. It's pure love, because of they get insider access. They don't want to lose that from Disney, because they'll give them, like, you know, first views and shit like that. And that Nerd Crew makes fun of that. RLM makes fun of that. You know, like they overshill. So that's basically what I think a lot of this is, man, because it's like, okay,
a lot of us do address criticisms.
Yeah, you do, but it's kind of like softball criticisms, and then it's like immediately explaining it away. But that's this, you know, that's okay, you know.
I don't say it's okay. I think it's still a failure that it's, and I know there's challenges to bringing it out. I've long said, Tommy, the thing that I don't get yet, even after playing it, I'm sold. Like, I know I'm going to love this system because I played it. But the thing that I'm still not sold on yet is the need for motion control and the screen. And that's what's holding it up. I don't see enough there yet. Like, I know some games will use that more in the future. I think it can be exciting, but that's really what kept the price up with the controllers. If he went with a basic controller, we probably would have it out already, you know,
potentially. I will tell you, the motion controls makes the system look cheap, because after the Wii, I had all sorts of knockoff products coming out that were using basic motion control. You could go find them at any store, you know, even like grocery or pharmacies or whatnot would have.
Like, I do CVS like the idea of having your own personal screen for games, competitive games where you can. I think that's good, but I haven't tried enough games where it's.
Did you have a Wii U?
Yes, I love the Wii U.
Did you use that screen function a lot, where you're staring down at the screen a lot, or were you more playing it focused on the TV? Because I'll tell you, I did not look at the screen much unless it was forced. And when I did, I didn't like it.
The difference is this is more.
Yeah, it's 1 megabyte, 1 megabyte
on the screen.
Yeah,
and each person has their own screen is a different thing too. Whereas the Wii U, I think at the very beginning they were essentially maybe in the future we'll have where you could sell the screen on its own and people could have multiple screens. But I don't think the Wii U could have handled that. So it is different. I am so excited about it, but that has been what's held it up. I believe that. I also think a lot. It's not only the pandemic and planning. It's
a lot of it also has been too the incompetence of the way that the company's been run.
Well, we do have to understand too. This is a company that's pre-revenue, launching a new product. They don't have a lot of existing revenue, so they can't get it wrong. They can't afford to get this wrong. And the margins are small for games that are $10 and under.
Yeah, sure.
So they have to do it right. But I am tired of waiting though.
I'll tell you what, I think Intellivision, and I think this has a lot to do with the way that the incompetence of it being ran. I think they their dreams were too big, too fast. You know what I mean?
I always say shoot for the stars. Yeah,
no, dude, not when you're trying to enter into a market though. Like why didn't they just start out small and like start out on the software side of things, get some money coming in, and then if there's positive feedback, then work on creating a console. You know what I'm saying? That way you have revenue coming in instead of trying to do all this on donations and investment and sell. And I guess now they're selling this the product to try to make money. I mean, which you have to admit that it is a source of crowdfunding.
Is it okay if I just jump in here just to kind of like...
Oh, sure.
Go right ahead.
I did want to hear his criticisms of me, though. I do want to give him a shot.
I'll be honest, Max, I don't have any criticisms of you.
Oh, good. That's great.
I don't. I mean, I don't.
No.
What? Well, I'm sorry, Ray, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to kind of give some structure just because I see folks are like piling in. So like them tuning in, they may not be aware of like what topic we actually are on. So I just wanted to kind of like call out like schedule for the stream is discussing the boxed editions, discussing false flagging in the community, and then leaving it open for an open panel or topics from everyone, just to kind of like reel it in a bit. Cool. So yeah, if we're ready to just start talking about like the boxed editions, I'll be stoked to like do a live unboxing on stream.
I would like to see that.
To be fair, though, I have to raise one more thing because I know my Amico family. I don't call them a cult. It's because we're all rooting for this together.
Yes, tell me what you have.
Okay.
We don't have you. Let's see what you got.
All right. So when we're the reason are we taking it too personally because we're rooting for Tommy and Intellivision? Potentially, but I think a lot of it comes from like you've called us. I'm going to use your words. Useful idiots.
What did I say? Wait, what was it?
When you call people useful idiots and shows, and that you're lying to your audience, that's very insulting.
I know it is.
It's extremely insulting, especially if you feel in your heart that you're being genuine and you're just rooting for something and you're generally excited about something. So no matter across the board, if you go and you really say how you feel, people don't believe you. And that is extremely insulting to this side of the Amico talk.
No, I would imagine
that the constant, like some guest recently called me a liar about something. Like, don't call me a liar. I've never lied to my audience. I'm genuinely excited about this thing. I think about the Amico way too damn much. Ask Ray.
So do I. I'm obsessed.
Yeah, I know. I've watched your videos too. I have a problem.
I watch your videos when you talk about Amico. I'll be honest. I don't really watch. I mean, I will try to get into some of your other stuff, but I have other people I watch to get that. But
that's news, something I do want to address because a lot of I do feel that my Amico family and we broke bread together. We had fun. We were gaming with Tommy. He's a lot of fun to hang out with. I'm just going to say that too, regardless of what people think about the way everyone makes mistakes on the internet.
Yeah, well, not to the level of him. I will admit. Okay, sure. I'm sure Tommy's fun, but I will admit a lot of he's annoying. Like I don't think honestly that I could hang out with the guy for much longer.
I can't wait to hang out with him again. He could probably say something every once in a while, but and I'm sorry, Ray. I'm stay on course, Ray. I apologize.
No, Mad Max is taking over, Ray.
Because I do know my Amico family.
No, I know. I'm sure they want you to ask me questions. We'll just put it this way. I guess if I'm an asshole, I'm an asshole. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I want you to realize how insulting that is.
No, I know it is. I would sure that it would be for me, but you know, I'm in a community where we're just calling it like we see it.
Okay.
Like I mean, if I would not expect people, and I feel it in my comments. You know, I mean, trust me, I get a lot of, especially in the beginning, people came at me before I even really said a whole lot. And said how irrelevant I was, which just fueled the fire to make me want to make more videos.
On purpose, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, fine, you know, like I'm irrelevant. I know I'm irrelevant. That's my strength is the fact that I am irrelevant. Yeah, I don't have a history, which is why
I like to give it right back when I feel we're been shots have been taken. So yes,
exactly, man. It's like, but this is fucking.
We'll get to Geeks Getaways.
This is the internet. Later. This is the internet. Like we're all. We don't need to take it so personally. You know, it's like. I'm making content mostly for the people of my community, for each other, and you know, it's just, I mean, look, like I said, look at what the Nerd Crew does to all these people they don't know, and people love that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just to us, we're just making fun of you because you know it's funny, but it doesn't have to be so personal. Like I said, I love seeing videos of myself being called out and other people mention me in their videos. No, most of you guys don't. Like y'all are really good at a lot of y'all have been good at staying on topic, you know, which, you know, I don't really go after a whole lot of people that don't aren't the ones that are coming back with criticisms and whatnot. But I will from time to time. I did admit that I'm pretty sure I said fuck OEB Pete in one of my videos.
Oh no,
and that guy's really nice. But I was watching one of a live. Listen, I was watching a live stream, and in one of the live streams, he said that, and I said it in my videos. I don't remember. I've got it written down. It might be in this, but he said it's about us. It's small PP syndrome, and then it was something like a comment about Star Wars, and I don't know. I'll be honest. I love Star Wars. I don't know all the lore from the books and stuff.
Yeah, me either.
And he made a comment of saying something about a character from Star Wars really evil that's going to eradicate the dark side, referring to us. And I was like, so you want us to die? I was like, fuck you, OEB Pete. And it was, man. But I'm just saying because I was saying because I was talking about the fact that everybody wants to say that it's just us being haters when we get the fucking same thing. So it's like, you know what? I said I've always been nice to OEB Pete. I've never criticized him. In fact, I enjoy watching his videos. I subbed to him before I really started making videos, watching him from Darius talking about him.
And I apologize to Ray because she has a plan and I'm messing with it. So Ray, run the show from now on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
No, you had to get your shots in at me. It's all good.
And I did want to try and do some type of mediating and to give Days just sort of the acknowledgement of him just being what could be perceived as attacked Max by your by your stream where you called him out. That was one of the reasons that was really compelling for me to come to his defense because you admitted numerous times that you hadn't actually watched his content. And,
no, I realized I did watch a little bit of it, and I was turned off by certain things.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, yeah,
if I was talking shit about your friends, I could see how that would turn you off.
It upset me personally because it felt like this was someone who clearly had just wanted to pick this up as a fun thing to talk about on their channel, and it's not a grift. It's not them trying to grow a fan base or anything like that. They're just stoked, that people want to listen to them talk about something they're interested in. And that's the same thing with Gen X and Ramblin' and other folks in the community too, that I've grown to, enjoy more of their content and actually get to talk with them more. So I guess that's an experience that's exclusive to me because I actually took the time to, watch these folks' content and get to know them. No, but that's the reason why I wanted to kind of challenge you on that.
This is a problem with me. I have a lot of problems with my memory. So I do actually watch a lot of the critics' videos, and there were certain things that turned me off on yours. Like the use when I rewatched the Useful Idiots video, I'm like, I remember this video. I did watch it. This is why I don't like this guy. I'm just being honest. And
no, it's fair. That's fair. That's a very hyperbolic statement from you.
No, and I did want to give a pushback because everyone's calling us liars, and then we can't actually be liking this shit, and we're super we're just super kissing his ass.
I've never used the word liar. I don't remember. I've always said
saying
that
so
I feel like the manipulation. I feel like Tommy has.
I did invite Saggy Melons just because I saw her in the chat. I hope that's not a. Oh, she.
No, I'm out. That's a deal breaker.
Oh, it is?
No.
Okay. I don't know where she went though. Oh, Thor Melons. I'm sorry. I messed up the joke, Saggy. I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
I've lost my train of thought. So
I just kind of wanted to give that acknowledgement, and I did get a chance to get back to a comment in the chat, but we can jump back to that later. Saggy, are you here with us?
I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I thought you guys would do this later. I'm still on the road, but I want to say hi.
Oh, okay, that's great.
Howdy.
Saggy. Thor Melons.
Also, hail the Amico. The Amico cult is strong. We are going to dominate the gaming industry with our cultiness. Yes, hail the Amico, Tommy Tellerico. We are the true believers.
I can't wait to hang out with Tommy. I want Rhea to come next time we have an Amico.
I would like to meet Tommy myself. Like I said, I would like to. I would not enjoy hanging out with him. Does he know me? Has he watched any of my videos?
I'm not going to say anything.
So no, hold on.
Here's the
thing. Here's the thing. Obviously, Tommy, if he were to like see you guys at like one of these Amico events, he's obviously not going to treat you like jerks there.
I would hope that he would just be however he's going to be to me. I don't have no problem.
I think he's
like
trying really
perfect
hard
example.
Right now,
perfect example. At the Crayola event, there was a young man who made an article that I'm sure everyone has seen. Before he made a tweet saying that he was going to go to the event and make Tommy feel uncomfortable. He made that tweet, and Tommy picked him out of the crowd. Don't know how he did it, but he knew that was the same kid. And he and myself, we both approached him. He's like, hey, he was very nice. He kind of made a little joke about like, oh, well, you did say you were going to come here and make me feel uncomfortable. And they laughed it off. And Tommy wasn't going to make that guy feel uncomfortable. If anything, he wants people, especially people he knows has been publicly critical of him and the Intellivision Amico. He wants you guys to try it.
Okay, well then let us try it. Let's try it.
Like that's what I'm saying. He wants you guys to experience it and know that it's not bad. Like he is probably more excited to see the haters there than us because at least the haters there.
Well, the reason that I was
he needs to give us more than 1 day of notice of when it's going to come.
We have to let Rhea.
Okay, that and I also feel, again, in my opinion, the experience of the curated, safe environment of having the staff there to basically show you how the game functions doesn't speak to how intuitive and pick up and play this console should be for a first-time player. And that's the reason why I think. That's why I think that review units should be sent out to YouTubers to give their 2 cents on it, outside of the watchful eye of like employees watching them play it and guiding them along.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
Right. Well, my whole thing is sorry, Max, because I know a lot more about this. If anything, like the reason why the short notice for events is number one, he mainly does want the public reaction to it. So he doesn't want a bunch of people, like he'll invite certain people there, mainly like because he wants those people to get a chance if they can. But like not announcing an event, guys have no idea that like some of you do, but there have been people who have literally called these venues and tried to like shut them down. Like every time he's at an event, once he knows those venues are getting calls from people.
They talk to the
right. Like last time,
there's crazy people everywhere. I get
right,
it.
But that's what I'm saying. Like like they don't want these venues getting harassed.
Okay,
so
well then here's the deal. What about
then
he should do this? He should only let people know that are fairly in the middle. They don't have like a horse in either race.
Mailing list.
Just let people know that it's going to come. Like some review people say, give them a week notice. Say we're going to be here, and then you can tell the public, the crazy public, because these people.
But he does that.
Well, I've never. That's what I'm saying. I've never seen.
Well, no. Let me just call out something because, like, just for like.
Invite me. I'll come. I'm coming. Then I'll come.
I'm actually like I have the funds to like go to anywhere in the country that they're holding these events, but it's literally the end of October and the event's supposed to be in early November, and I still have no idea when it's supposed to be at. So that is telling me like I'm someone who's like, give me an effing controller in my hand, get out of my way, let me just like click around and explore it and then record my experience and talk about it so I can finally have something valuable to contribute to these discussions. But I can't even do that with like a week notice ahead of like when the event is supposed to be. And I'm someone who's threw down hella cash to like try and like, you know, understand what's going on with this console and actually put my 2 cents in, but I can't even have the opportunity to go into these events.
Right, but these events aren't for like you to have to travel. They're local events. These events are mainly for people who are local. So if you get like a 2-day in advance and you're in the area, then you don't have to worry about that travel. Like Tommy doesn't want people, like if he wants people to travel, those are people he's reaching out to. Like, hey, Max, I know you've been, you know, you've been
he knows how much
friend
I've been
of the,
asking,
you know. Right, like he'll tell certain people, yeah, there's going to be an event, but these events are mainly for like local areas. It's not meant for you to be prepared to go travel.
Okay, that's what I'm saying is like, what does that have to do with the price of tea in China? What does that have to do with people who want to experience the console no matter where they're at? Give us some notice, you know. Don't give us like a week notice to just, you know, pull up like if we're
right. But Rhea, when they used to do that, again, you have people who are calling and harassing these venues. Yeah, they've done it to every venue. Every venue that they've done it to has had bombardments of calls from a bunch of crazy people.
Boomers, they almost canceled.
They need to go to a venue where somebody is aware of all this shit and is just going to deal with it and just let the people come and not hide behind the fact that we're getting harassed.
Have a lot of children, so they have to be safe too. That's the other.
Then do it in an environment. Then do it in an environment that's not children. Just do it for adults, families to come, or parents to come.
But that's where he's been doing these events.
Well, they're always children. He said children. And I'm saying that's
no. I completely understand that what people want advance notice so they can try it for themselves. I do understand that.
At some point, you just can't hide behind the harassment. I get it. The harassment's trash and it's awful. But at some point, you just got to get some place is going to say, I don't give a fuck. Because, I mean, Donald Trump was able to get. Imagine the amount of harassment venues got called from him. You know what I'm saying? And he still was able to go to places. But so it's like
it's children's console, family console.
I know, but do it for not children. Do it.
People don't want that chaos surrounding.
By the way, I'm yelling because I'm on Bluetooth speaker. I'm not on my computer, so everything. Right. I'm just loud.
Am I coming across loud?
I did want to answer one question that Ray had brought up and Luke Skywalker. Review units need to be sent to big YouTubers who have a broad reach. You have a good product, get it out there for reviews. I completely disagree. This product should not be sent to big YouTubers until you're ready to launch. And then you should.
Yeah, I agree with that.
People are so ready to find everything wrong with this. Just like the
then it's labeled as a review unit. It's not like a ready unit. It's like just
people are going to tear it down. It's going to be a joke if they tear it down because that's not what it's about.
Well, but it's not exactly. They need to own the fact. They need to own the fact that it's a console that's not going to be as powerful as everyone else and just accept it, not hide the specs.
Right, but if we're not where they are supposed to be,
people are going to shit on it because they shit on everything on the internet.
Right. So
that's also true.
If this is not your strength, it's like the Xbox, the Series S, the
why all
the
secrecy?
The PlayStation 5, the Nintendo OLED. Those are all something that's pushing something, but making things better. If it's not your strength,
he's selling it as a family-friendly party device that's supposed to complement these other consoles that you own. So fucking do that. And if people are going to shit on it and say, look at how babyish it is, but then if it's a good idea, there will reach people that will like it.
Yeah.
That's what you have to live on is your idea or not. Is it a good idea or not? And just own that.
Yeah.
And deal with the fallout. And if the fallout is tremendous, then you have a poor idea.
Wait for the review units till you can meet the founders and get them close to the founders, then send them out. But sending them out way in advance is a bad idea until we know some. And that's an issue I have. Is we don't have any
then somehow I don't understand why people aren't coming. I saw Retro Bro said Rich isn't coming. Maybe because Rich is too big of a YouTuber. Get somebody in there with 100,000 subscribers or 50,000 or just one of us that's been, against it. Just get one of us in there to play it. And if it's as good as everyone says it is, then it should win one of us over. The controller, like you've always said, you got to get the controller in your hand. Let me put it in my hand. But it doesn't have to be. It can be in an environment that is not sending out a unit. That's fine if you don't want to send out units, but just make it a place where people that could potentially be against the system or have a bad idea of it, put it in a place that could change your mind.
Right.
There's no reason now not to. After the third delay, there's literally no reason now not to. Because if they don't get it out by the end of quarter 2, that's a 4th delay.
True.
I did want to go ahead and do my unboxing of my physical.
Yes, let's see it.
I haven't
seen enough of those this week. I'd like to see one more.
Raya.
I didn't.
Yeah, but it's Raya doing it, so it doesn't count.
I know. I've actually gotten addicted to everybody.
Everyone else who did unboxing sucks. Raya's is going to be the number one. You got to blow her up, Max. Max, you got to do the thing.
Max, we don't care about you. We don't care about yours.
But I got mine too, though.
Nobody cares about yours, Max. Put Raya on full screen.
Just block you off. There you go.
Open every box, Raya. Yay.
Oh, do it slower, though, Raya. Do it slower.
Thumbnail. Someone take a picture.
Oh,
yeah, Raya. Show us those boxes. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Yay. Do that again, Raya. That'll be a great thumbnail. Ooh. Mika. No, Raya is a
Raya, if you truly love me, Raya, you'll do the Finnegan Fox box first, just for me, because I don't know how long I'm gonna be on stream.
Oh man, so like I'm just gonna show them off in plastic because I don't actually open every box. So
wow, false advertisement.
Hey, at least check and see if Brain Duel is a variant.
Ooh, that would be a good. Oh, you mean like the coin is like at the bottom?
A quote unquote variant.
I saw on DJC's stream that you can actually look at the top to see like if the card is at the top or if the coin is.
That's what I'm saying. So, like look on the sides. That's what Tommy said too.
Yeah, so like it looks like the coin is at the top of Brain Duel.
Okay, that one's worthless then.
Oh, I mean, aren't they all right?
That one actually could have value. That's what I'm saying. Like,
the shade.
I think you could sell those based on the chance of it being like yours has no value now because you showed it on camera.
Oh yeah.
No, it's value because Raya's a collector. She loves these things. She was kidding, by the way. That was a joke. She wouldn't have spent her money on something she actually didn't want it.
No, I just want to
get to your super chat.
Acknowledge when critics are funny.
Tony, are you ignoring super chats from Tony Mad Max?
We're trying to keep Raya's. She said towards the end we'll get the questions. So
all right.
Yay, Finnegan Fox!
He'll get to it, Tony.
Oh, I love Finnegan Fox. It's my favorite.
But yeah, thank you for coming to my unboxing. Please like and subscribe.
you gotta get a channel going.
Okay, Max, you can undo the thing. There you go.
All right, now for the main event, me.
Oh no! Boo!
Look at this shit. Look at this great stuff. I don't mean to say that.
Oh my god! Well, of course he's gonna try to outshine Raya with her unboxing and do this.
That's
wow,
terrible.
Max, yeah. I'm embarrassed for you.
All right, now that's all I'm gonna show. I feel anticlimactic after Raya.
Yeah, you can't compete with Raya.
No one cares if I have a thumbnail with me like that, but with Raya,
no, that'll get way less views with that thumbnail there.
That's true.
Was this supposed to be a debate on the Amico or something? I'm very confused what's happening.
Well, let me see. The weight is. I think the weight is nice. I'm happy with the design.
Right.
I think you have to appreciate the game, and the art. The art is amazing.
That small clamshell looks huge in those tiny hands.
I do have big hands.
All the artwork is pretty nice. I personally like the Fox and Forest artwork as opposed to the Finnegan Fox one. That's just me. But for what it is and the presentation, I enjoy it.
Please show us that, Dazyed Gaming, because I
want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all something that the old packaging is superior to the new clamshell. It does the same thing. Hold on. It does the same thing. It opens like this. But unlike the new stuff, hold on. This one closes and stays shut. It's higher quality.
They could probably work on that. There's probably something they could do.
Let's see. I can't get a better view of it here.
But I didn't have a coin. There's no coin in there.
There's no 3D.
Yes, but you know what is cool? You know what is cool that's in here, which I was hoping that they would have done with the new
cartridge?
thing? It's an overlay. I would have liked to have seen.
Necessary.
I would have liked to have seen the if they're going to use the screen or had something put like that on the like an overlay on the screen or something that you could
It has
put
no
on.
coin. No coin doesn't count.
Coin is
RJ's throwing.
The coin is beautiful. You know it. You know it, Dave. The coin is beautiful.
That's the game. The games are so ugly.
Imagine buying games for a console that's not even out yet.
You know what would have been good? Look at this.
I think the
right
RFID cards are only going to look like the cartridge in the limited edition. I'm assuming.
Rhea says that, but she done bought the box set. I'm just saying.
No, dude. Like, I mean, I'm the most like I was saying like before. Like, you have to like just like roll the punches and just like clown on yourself like with this topic because everyone's getting roasted on it.
Check these out. Check these old iMagic and Intellivision box games. Like these are awesome. Like they're
I honestly think.
But look at but here's the thing. One thing I want to show you real quick that would have these would have been awesome if
Intellivision actually releases this console. I think the best years of Intellivision are ahead of it than behind.
Look at this Intellivision cartridge with the actual artwork on it.
That's cool.
That's the problem. Like, I mean, it's like, why couldn't they? I would have rather have seen them done the artwork, even though it may not have looked like the original Intellivision games. But some of these Intellivision games, like that, were not released by them, had artwork on it. It would have just been a better looking thing. It just the RFID thing.
Well, he did say we could do things in the future. On the RFID card images and stuff.
Well,
he said
he said they could do a lot of things in the future that never
Son of Jarrell, we have a full panel. We have to stay on target, so not today, man.
Check out Microsurgeon.
Yeah, no, like these like those.
This is a crazy game. I was playing it the other day. Look at that. Like you have to go through a human body and like try to like diagnose it and do stuff, give it shots. I would like to see that on the Amico. That's a family-friendly game, right?
I do not have any inside knowledge on when this is going to come out, and I am frustrated to buy games without. I'll be real. I love the games. I love the console. I love the way they play. The controller is really great. Now, what I said earlier about having the touch screen and motion control, I'm not sold on yet, but the actual wheel is amazing. It feels really good. And the buttons and what's that? Yeah, the disc. Yeah, the disc, the way it feels in your hands and the buttons are amazing. The touchscreen felt okay to me. I'm just not sold on it yet. But yeah, listen, I don't have any inside knowledge if this is going to come out by the end of the year. I also have my pre-orders in, and I would assume if something was moving, like they're actually going to be made, that they're going to ask for the rest of my deposit, because I only put 100 down. Like I would assume that they contact me, hey, we're about to manufacture. We need the rest of your money. Don't you think? So that's a criticism I have right there. Like
they're not even close then. If they're not,
I don't know.
Well, that's how I would look at it.
Well, Max, let me ask you this: like, why are you like, super I guess like aggro about the shipping date being pushed back? If like you have like this whole backlog of games and other content that you could be, going through in the meantime.
I think if it's gonna potentially, it can lose its relevance. Some people think it already has, and even though I don't think graphics are important, the farther you push this back with the limited specs of the inside, where I don't think it's important, but at a certain point it is. Going to get important. Like
I think
I think if you keep pushing it back, you should just redesign the console for the current times.
One worry that I have
too much farther.
One worry that I have for Intellivision is that it's like, so they're having a problem getting these parts, and the price of these parts to make the Amico are only going to go up as it becomes harder. So that to me, whereas in the past, if a system was delayed, they would maybe, try to upgrade the system. At this point, Intellivision is going to be having to get cheaper and cheaper parts in order to keep the price. Like that to me is a huge concern for them.
At a certain point, if it gets delayed too much and the cost never comes down for the parts, keep the games, keep the controller, but maybe they should look at the touchscreen and motion and make it cheaper and get it out. Because that's what's holding it.
See, this is a business thing.
I know.
This is a business thing because everyone talks about the price point, and it's like
No, I don't
But-
have a problem with the price point.
No, but some people do, and
I
the
do.
price point argument it's understandable. Nobody wants to spend a bunch of money on something they personally don't. But it's like, why is it that price? Is it because how much do the components cost? How much does it cost to manufacture? There are so many things we don't, because it's a business overall at the end of the day. So we have to calculate how much money they need to make back to not only keep the business running, but also to accumulate profit for themselves. Because like, this is like he bought the company. For everybody knows, when you buy a company, usually for the first year, most companies, you're not making a profit at all for the first year. Any money you accumulate goes back into the business.
My only concern with the money aspect is not what I have to pay, is actually getting it made, like the price of the components.
But the business is more about more than just the product, because again, you have to pay for the space to manufacture said product or serve said product, which means you're paying a property rent on the office you live. You're paying for the electricity.
5 offices they have, I've heard.
Right, you have to pay
they have to pay for the
space.
servers that are going to host these games that we're not 100% sure exists yet.
Yeah.
Oh, what was that? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. I was
They have to pay for the upkeep of the servers on these games that we're not 100% sure exists, nor will it exist in the future after the console comes out, and for how long.
I would not want to be where they're at. They're going to be they got to be bleeding money.
No, it's not an ideal situation. No, it's not good for pre-revenue.
That's why I said.
I mean,
earlier,
that's no matter what your product is, be launching something pre-revenue and then going right into the pandemic.
Exactly, they went too big. They should have started out with software, and then it's like you just envisioned the idea of this new like 4th console that would be a part of the big 3, and it's like I think it was just too big too fast.
I appreciate them shooting for the fences though, trying different.
But then you have a very slim percentage of success when you shoot.
Can I ask a question?
It's not good business sense.
Yes, Saggy.
So my question for Days is like, you clearly, I don't think, and you could correct me if I'm wrong, you don't seem very interested in the Amico. So my question is, if you don't seem like this is something you would probably buy, you think it's crap, you think it's too expensive, then why take the time to make videos about it or dunk on? I mean, listen, if you're having fun, I don't care, that's cool, but why take the time if it's not something you believe is going to be worth it?
The story around this entire thing is what's fascinating. The system itself is just, if it didn't have this story, would be like a complete nothing. I mean, it's like the Ouya or the Atari, the most recent Atari VCS, nothing. What I'm fascinated with is the characters that have evolved around this thing. It is literally like this very small version of what's going on in the real world, with politics, and I'm not going to get deep into politics, Max, so just hear me out. Mm-hmm. With what's going on with, let's say the media, you have a right media and a left media, and whatever is being said by either side, they're listening to what that person is saying. They will only believe the truth on this side. This thing has literally evolved into that. And I'm a news junkie. I love sports, I love news, and it's I have become obsessed with the story that is surrounding this.
Me too.
With the stuff that Tommy has done, and I came into this this war was raging before I came into it. I stumbled into it late, and that's why I've talked about it, because I was fascinated by it. It never began for me as interest about the Amico. Sure, I want to play it just to see what it's like, and I'm interested in it coming out because I want to see if it can succeed or fail as miserably as I think it will. But so I came in, and this is what I'm fascinated by, Sag. I'm fascinated by you. I'm fascinated by Retro Bro. I'm fascinated by Darius. I'm fascinated by Pat and Ian. And I jumped in, and I never expected that I would be sitting here right now doing this, talking about this when I made the video. It was literally going to be a one and done thing. I thought, you know what? I haven't made a video in a long time. It's a nice day out. I just was working in the yard with my wife, and I got done. I was like, I'm going to go lay in the hammock and shoot a fucking video about the Amico. And it got such good positive feedback. I'm like, that was fun. And it's I've always kind of thought about breaking into doing a podcast, but I didn't want to do a political podcast because that shit is so toxic. And sports can get boring after a while. Like, there's a lot of fun things to talk about sports, but it's not as much as dramatic. So I literally found a voice and like something I enjoy doing and passionate, and it just so happens to be about the Amico. And in a world right now where everything is so depressing and so volatile, it's fun to just throw yourself into this.
I would add to this though. Do you understand that a lot of people just memeing on people that love it, and they just want to say that they really haven't commented on anyone else. They're just trying to do their own thing.
Well,
it can ruin their joy.
We have started like, you guys talk about you being a family. Like, the people that I comment with, we make videos. We're a family too. I get it. I get it, man.
Family is
like,
built on laughing at other people.
I get it. It's like we're like I said, if it makes me an asshole, then I guess I'm kind of an asshole about it. But I'm not. I'm not.
I just want to. Well, before I disconnect again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, I just want to say before I disconnect again. So basically, overall, the reason why I asked is like more like you don't necessarily care, or actually this isn't personal for you when you're making videos like dunking on me or dunking on like, you know, the retro or other people.
Dunked on you that hard. Though.
Well, no, you haven't, but I mean like in general. No, but I'm saying like in general, it's more like it's not personal, it's just fun. Basically, this topic is fun, right? And it's not really personal against Tommy or the Amico.
Well, I mean, it is fun, but at the same time, I have become so obsessed on it that it's become beyond fun. And I do have questions and concerns, but it's silly. You know, it's such a silly topic. But like I said, like, do you think that when you watch Red Letter Media and they're doing that Nerd Crew thing, do you think that the people they're making fun of give a shit? Because it's the internet. Like, I knew, like, you know, when Rhea was saying that, like, I'm not about the views and stuff, like in the video I made, I knew when I started making these videos that I opened myself up to any kind of criticism. Like, it's just, unfortunately, it's the way the world works. If we're going to put ourselves out there on the internet, like, I've had people comment about my son being overweight from my past videos.
Oh, cool.
But I understood that when I put these videos out there, that I opened myself up to criticism. So anyone that has put themselves on the online needs to accept the fact that there's going to be people that potentially could make fun of you. And it's like, make videos about me. I don't give a shit, honestly. Like, I would think it's funny because then I can come back and make videos. It's like, we're just, but I get your guys' side. I understand because you just want to talk about, y'all just want to talk about the Amico. You wanted to do that. And we came across and we thought it was cringy. And we thought, you know what, we want to make fun about talking about the Amico. It's just the sides that we chose. It's nothing personal.
Well, let's see what Rhea was going to say. I apologize, Rhea. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, just to kind of give merit to, you know, just like folks who want to just talk about, you know, the Amico community in general. Max, part of your platform is built on dunking on geeks and gamers and the Phantom Menace.
I punch up. I do punch up, but they are also. I feel,
and you're punching down on YouTubers who are just like normal dudes, like with like 200 like people who are subscribed to their channel.
You are soft. I'm pretty soft too, man. What I'm soft. What am I saying? I say like I'm like fuck that. I'm pretty.
I'm rock hard.
Oh my god,
hard melons.
This is a family-friendly console, Saggy.
The difference.
I'm sorry, I forgot. It's not Amico After Dark. Shit.
I guess this is just my personal opinion, my subjective opinion.
Yes, let's hear it.
I am criticizing people that also are in the commentary game. Where if someone is just doing content, not talking about other people, in my personal opinion, they should give it been a little more leniency, like left alone and not mocked. If like a lot of people in the like geeks and gamers, they cop about everybody.
I mean, I guess I'm just from more of the side of YouTube, like Pat and Ian or Darius. You know, it's like we just talk about anything that's on the internet, not necessarily commenter or not. Yeah. Like I certainly would not come after.
And Ray, I can't believe you keep saying I punched down. It was so light. I was basically just saying.
I know it was, dude.
I just basically saying no one.
No, Max. Like the two streams I coordinated with you on, I totally made it clear. I want positive discourse. I want to bridge the gap. That's the intention. Yes. And you made thumbnails saying trolls are back for more. Time to fucking throw hands.
That's true. The thumbnails. That's like the headline. That's what media does. They make a crazy headline because people usually just see the headline.
I still think
they don't read the article.
I still don't think. I think the opposite side. You know
Very
how you
good
call
point,
us shows. I honestly believe this, that you have way more the people wanting to laugh at this to fail and mock people that like it and call them shills. I think you have more bias than I do. I just want a great product.
You do, Max. Maybe I don't think you're one though, that you haven't been making videos nonstop about the Amico, and for the longest time. I tried
to.
I honestly, and I've said this before. I said this before. I was watching a Darius video one time, and the reason that made me even want to talk about it, he's like, guys, I'm talking about this thing, and no one else is talking hardly negative about it. He's like, I need help because it's like there's a story here, but I don't have enough people because so many people are coming at me with videos. So that's part of the reason why I started it. So maybe that's kind of part of the reason why maybe my style of video is more like his, because it's like, you know what, I'm going to jump in and give, and I've been made fun of, and I've seen people make videos. That's how I know people are watching.
This is my channel. Stubbs Gaming, I followed you on Twitter today. And then Dazyed Gaming, if you want to check out a guy in a hammock talking about Amico and other topics, go check out Dazyed Gaming. All right, Saggy had to leave, I believe. Saggy connection.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, Saggy is not family friendly. That's for sure. She's not E for everyone.
No, that was funny. I get like that too. I just was making a joke at her expense, I guess. All
right, so Rhea, I apologize. We'll get back on track with Rhea's plan here.
Oh yeah, no, it's totally fine. I did want to talk more about how I am. To give credit where credit is due. Like I think both sides of like the critics and the supporters have been pretty good in recent weeks and in the past couple of months, offering concessions to the criticism that both have gotten. I've noticed that with the supporters, there's a strong argument for the trolls and the detractors and the people who threaten and potentially harm us are circling around the critics, and the critics who are not necessarily detractors or trolls, or who are just menaces to society. And then the critics, the people who legitimately have concerns about nothing else but the console and maybe the company itself, are saying, no, we actually do denounce that, but please stop grouping us all together and acknowledge that they are different than the people who are legitimately criticizing Intellivision. So what I'm hoping that supporter community folks are willing to do is see that critics are denouncing that type of behavior, and be more willing to have these discussion panels like we're having right now, where we have Dazyed, who still has a lot of criticisms about the community, the people who comment on it and everything, but he's we can walk away from this thinking he's a super solid, awesome person still, because we got to know him as a person.
I'm not going to try to dox anybody. I have no interest, and I don't want any association with anybody that would do that, because this is why you can do what you do, because it's an online thing. Once we bring this into the real world, I'm done. I'm not going to talk to, unless I'm at that Amico thing, I'll talk to people.
Thanks, Lewis.
But I would never.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
That's insane. And yes, that's why I made the video saying that I don't want any of that shit. And if you are involved in that, unsubscribe from my channel and quit watching me. I don't like you.
I understand that. I do see.
I just also wanted to add that I thank you for saying that, Dazyed, but in my mind, you shouldn't have to say that that's that you denounce that type of behavior, because it's almost it should be common sense that you're not looking to cause anyone harm or anything like that from sharing your views on your YouTube videos. So
right.
So being put in a position where you have to defend yourself, it's hard to reestablish that trust with the person who threw that accusation at you to begin with.
I think where that's coming from,
I appreciate that,
is we see the channels that do a lot of crazy shit. A lot of the critics of the Amico in there commenting on it and laughing too on some of the stuff, and they a lot of the other shit they do is really devious shit.
I mean, that's
so. I think
point.
they get a lot of support from the critic side. They're all in there in the comments
I think
section.
More people
it's
listen.
Encouraging
Here,
these
I think more people that are becoming aware of what is happening, you know, and I think as time goes on, you'll see less of that. But you know, it's the same thing. I mean, I could say the same thing about like what Relic Gamer did to Tony, you know, like exposing his thing, and everybody still talks to him. I wasn't even going to bring him up, but since you said that, I'm saying that, you know,
no,
I'm just saying, like,
I said I don't like that.
We're all guilty of it, because it's like you become like as you make videos and as you get deeper into the community, you become aware more of people's history. So it's like you can't necessarily just completely shut somebody out. You know, you still might have some contact with them because at one time you guys were cool, but it doesn't mean you condone their actions. And I don't really, and you see people that make those videos, they don't get hardly any views, and it's like rarely anybody comments in that. So I don't think that's fair.
I do see some of the people that come up a lot always in the comments section on. I don't even want to name the channel names because Saggy, she did a stream on it. She named some of the channel names. I don't want.
I know.
But
it was one person. One person in general she was talking about. There was one person, and I said that, and I'm not even going to mention his name either. You know, because that's not what we're here to talk about. But I know.
Like my biggest
well,
concern
Saggy,
when,
you have my permission to, you know, yeet him. Then.
I'll tell you right now, like, you know, it's like if yes, I don't condone that behavior. I don't want to be associated with that. And it's like
I don't want to say, you know, I don't know if I should even bring up Darius's name.
But I can only speak for myself.
He also unfortunately condoned
I saw that
if he feels people believe it, and that's just there's no
with fish lips.
No, it doesn't. He did it with another person too. I saw evidence myself. I watched the video, and I don't mention his name much. I actually wanted to debate him before, and then I was like, then I saw some of the stuff he's okay with, and he's like, if they deserve it, you can't make that, because then it never ends. No.
Okay. Well, a lot of us have made choices that in the past, and I don't think, and I think they can change, and I think they can change. Like, that's fine, but I think people can change, and I think I would be willing to give anyone, just because they doxed somebody in the past or was involved in some shady shit, if they are willing to change and not act like that anymore, they're welcome back to my channel. You can't hold somebody.
But he basically says if they deserve it. I heard the audio of him saying that. If they
I heard it too.
Yeah.
Okay, but that guy also, I think that guy also that had done the same thing to some other people, because I know that he's talked. I've seen videos where people have tried to like contact places where he works. And stuff, and I think it was probably like got caught up in some like internet like tough guy stuff, like, you know, when people happen, it's like it's not the first time that it's happened, and I think that they've moved on beyond that. Like Darius made a video the other day where he's like, I think I'm ready. He's like, part of the problem is I keep making content about that fish lips guy and the people they call the snakes. And he's like that the original people from his channel that were first around really love that and want him to continue to do that. But the people that are newer to his channel don't like that shit. They want to hear about the Amico. They want to hear about his take on games and stuff. And he said that he's coming to a point where he's ready to move beyond that and focus on more stuff. So sure, problems in the past, but he looks like he's ready to move on beyond that. And I even told him, I said, you know, throw them a bone once in a while and make fun of him. I said, but I think you're doing the right thing by focusing on more positive, because his channel is bigger, I think, than it ever been in the past. It's over 1,000 subscribers, and it's grows. His channel goes way faster than mine. So I don't think it's fair, you know, to just continue to hold people to stuff that they did years ago. Like that's the same thing with Relic Gamer. I'm not going to, you know, he can change too. You know, it's like, yes, he's done some shady bullshit, but it's like, I think that's not a fair argument.
I also want to, you know, like add on to that like anyone who like, you know, may watch, you know, quote unquote detractor content, like the channels that we brought up. I don't care. Like, I don't care if like, you know, they're if you watch someone else's content that I don't necessarily jive with or, you know, I have a personal issue with, like, I'm just, you know, my connection or my, you know, relationship or whatever with someone is directly with that person, not you know, like not with their community, but not with that community that, you know, they also, you know, like they have a concentric, you know, like, you know, relationship with.
It feels like encouraging these people that go across the board though, laughing at their other stuff when, and I've seen, and a lot of it comes from that, you know, comes from the people surrounding is Darius? Is he responsible for everyone that's around him? But a lot of it come from those. A lot of the worst people come from there. I'm sorry. And I have seen multiple things proof of him saying it's okay if they deserve it, and that's where I can't.
Well, I'll let Darius come. Let Darius come on here and defend himself. I mean, I said what I said about him.
No, and it's not up to you to defend him either. No, it's
no. I know I'm not going to white knight for Darius, but I said what I said. It's like if you have these questions, you need to talk to him. He's I'm sure but I don't know. I've never seen him. I have yet to ever see him come on anyone else's live stream. I see him live stream for himself.
I was gonna have him on, and I did more research on him, and then I didn't.
Well, he may not even want to come on your show.
Right. He might. That's fair.
He's very anti channels that are making money. I'm not in that. So he may not want to come on here.
But I don't actually want to talk about him too much because that's not cool either. So
no, let him do it. Like I said what I'm going to say about him. I'm not going to talk about that anymore.
Just to kind of refresh the audience's memory on the slate of topics. So yeah, we covered the box editions. We got into some of the open concerns that Max and Dazyed had with one another's criticisms and that they shared on each other's respective channels.
Let me say about that because Max asked me earlier that if I wanted to dunk on him, Max. Like I have no problem with you, man. Like I honestly, I thought I don't think you punched down that hard on me. You were pretty light,
Right.
But it gave me content, and I said, I was telling you earlier, like I get these ideas in my head, and I was like, you know what, this could be a good opportunity to introduce my history of my channel because I used to make videos and I didn't get, ended up getting 200 so subscribers, maybe around there. And a lot of people that have come on recently are not aware of who I am. So you gave me the opportunity to and it was in a fun way that I could make it like I was coming at you. So I have no hurt feelings with you. I want you to know that. Like that video, we said what we said and we finished it. So
I loved it.
Yeah, it was fun. So but I think it's fair. Like you don't really, like you said, like, yes, Ray called you out for the thumbnails. Like that is funny. Like you've not really been that hard on anyone.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, sure. It's part of the game, right? I mean, like you're getting in it too. I mean, that will get you clicks, So I get it. We're all just here because we're fascinated and we like the story. And at this point, I am fascinated by the Amico to the point I want to play it.
Oh yes.
Like Ray, Saggy said earlier that I didn't care about it.
What's the next topic that you had ready?
Yeah, so I know.
Sorry.
Oh, I was going to mention, since y'all were talking about folks who were victims in the community of doxing, that was actually the next, kind
False
of
copyright strikes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So, folks in the chat, I apologize if I get anything incorrect on but a rough summary, I guess, that Max touched on at the beginning of the stream. A YouTuber within the community was going around flagging videos that used screenshots of his comment section. And I believe Saggy, Retro Bro, and were assisting Tony at the Geek Getaway and Ninja Kitty for the claims that they received on their respective channels for those videos that they made. Max, do you have any additional info on that?
Okay, you all know, and Tony, he's in the chat. I'm not a fan of Tony. Basically because I extended the hand of friendship, I subbed him and stuff, and then I caught him trolling and thumbsing down content of mine, and I thought, yeah, you're not like a real good friend here. I don't feel you're being genuine. That's my personal thing. But should he get his stuff flagged? Especially, I saw the content. There was nothing there. This is the biggest Karen I've ever heard of on YouTube. He should not be making videos, especially not throwing heat at other people if he can't even take his image in the thumbnail.
Well, Max, let me just finish the one example that I was trying to call out, which was the source of this topic. So the videos from Tony and Ninja Kitty criticizing this other YouTuber for what screenshots or images from their video criticizing the Amico community. That kind of was one of the latest instances of silencing or potentially silencing criticism of the community itself, which is something that I believe more seasoned veterans that of YouTube are all kind of are many of them are on the same page about like not silencing criticism no matter what angle it comes from. So if you have any additional like things to say about this specific instance with this YouTuber who attempted to flag Ninja Kitty and Tony at the Geek Getaways video, I would love to hear.
I did watch both videos. The Geek Getaway, there was nothing that was fair criticism. He basically exposed what his angle was, and that is such a false flag. The Ninja Kitty video also shouldn't have been flagged. It's kind of mean though to mock a guy like that with the shirt off, and but it's funny. It's still fair. It's still fair.
I mean, the guy didn't. The guy, like, if you
but
go back and
the guy
go back and listen,
deserve it though. The guy kind of went after he kind of basically said, "Screw you, screw everybody. I'm a real man. You're all the P word."
Well, we're the kind of we make videos like you
I'm
said.
Not hurt
like
easy. I don't know what that's about, Jack.
We make videos where it's like part of it is making fun of people, making funny videos, and the guy came in and he was, I'm sorry, but if you go back and listen to it, he was like super easy on the Pro Amico side. He's like, why is Retro doing? Like, no, I like Retro. I'd like to hang out with him. And then he started talking about the anti-Amico side, and it was like, those fucking people that don't show their face, which you're one of them, Max. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, they're pointless and stupid. Like, it was like a personal attack. And both Tony and Ninja Kitty are two people that
he kind of,
so it's like he set himself up there. He like served it up. He served it up, and fucking Ninja Kitty spiked it down with a fucking hilarious video. And it was
Dracovania, I want to address this. Also, Max, you said you didn't care about people downvoting, but then you do. So which is it? Listen, I agree they have the freedom of speech to do it, but freedom of association, and I can take my subjective opinion about you as a person if you act real friendly, and then you do a video on your own, and every video you show is the blue thumbs down. So I think I think Tony is way more biased than I ever will be in this. I just want a great product.
Well, Tony, and too, like what you were saying about Tony earlier, like, I mean, that's fine. You guys, he subscribed to your channel and stuff, but he's talking about
it's just
Miko with criticism, and you're talking about Miko, and you also make things, and you have people that come on there talking shit about
it's just
guys like Tony. So he's obviously going to be in the comments. He's going to thumbs you down. He's going to say something.
But I it's just my opinion of him. That's all. And he's
I know, but Tony's my friend. Tony's one of my friends, so I feel like I have to at least defend him because the whole reason I made the video
either. That's not fair of me to.
The whole reason I made the video about you in the first place was because you said something about Ramblin' Man, and even if it was like, and I wanted to make the comment because it's the video, like his video was so soft on you. Like I
didn't even watch it ahead of time.
I know, and I knew it, and that's why I was like, oh, I'm making a video.
I do reactions,
and I said he chose the wrong two people to make videos about, like, because it's like our videos, especially Ramblin' Man. And I was like, oh, I'm making
Max. I was curious. I didn't watch it ahead of time. I do my reactions fresh.
I knew you didn't, so you set me up with an opportunity to spike it back down on you.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead, Ray.
About the strike. Like Max, just to kind of like again, like Daze is making a good point. It's when you're acknowledging his criticism about you. I didn't prepare for the video, like, and he just called you out for it, but you're kind of deflecting ownership over what the potential the being perceived as punching down on a creator who's just doing this for fun. So again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but again, that's ultimately the frustration that a lot of critics have with the community, where personal accountability for punching down on other creators who just have an opinion, just like you have an opinion, and it being deflected, and you not understanding that your platform being like almost 20 times bigger than a lot of these other channels is it could be potentially harmful to the folks that.
But the context of my actions, I said I don't want to punch down, and I just want to react to see why he's criticizing me.
It's intention versus impact. You might intend to just criticize someone and call them out for their actions, but the impact is that you're taking a lot of what they're saying out of context, and you're not giving them an opportunity to defend themselves against your audience, which is almost, leagues bigger than theirs.
That's
so
what our videos, I guess, are. Like I mean, it's like
most
when
of
we
my
make these
audience
videos, there's a lot of shit that gets. There's a lot of shit that gets talked about us too, you know. And we watch it. Especially, I've noticed like Mike Mullis. He's been talking a lot of shit recently, and I think it's fair, and I enjoy listening to him talk about it.
Thank you. Listen, I always
Everybody's doing it on the same side.
I do cover people, and then I honestly I would have had you or Ramblin' Man on to, you know, that's what I like to do. I like to talk to people. I feel, again, she said, Rhea's saying that it might not have landed the way I do. I do reactions, and I wanted to do a reaction of a critic of me. And I wanted to see if he had a point. I wanted to address it. I was not, the context of the video was not me mocking or hating him. Like, well, okay, what's he got to say? He says Mad Max. That intrigued me. That's honestly,
it's sad. It's a mixture of sad and Mad Max.
Yeah. So that honestly, that's the first person that called me that. So I was like,
I've heard funny, and I get it. You know, I get it. It's like, and so I did the same thing. I did the same thing to you. I make videos reacting to other people's, and
so
I'm like,
so
he's making a video.
If he had a point. Like Rhea has a point. A lot of times, I still disagree with her on certain things. I don't think I was punching down, but I think it can be perceived as I am.
We've moved on.
And I do talk to as many people as I can. I do.
In regards to like false flagging videos and just, you know, the being perceived as silencing criticism. That's definitely something that I personally am fervently against, and it is something that I speak very, you know, passionately against on record as someone who, like, even if someone disagrees with fundamentally, like, a lot of like my values or my opinions on anything significant or otherwise, like consumer goods or even just like politics or social.
You mean even like from Intellivision itself, stuff. Not from the not just from that YouTuber we're talking about.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say is that like my my own personal investment in this is because like we can't just like, you know, like call people out who are like immediately accessible within the community. Like you Max, you make yourself very available to anyone to talk with you. But in regards to content from smaller creator, from any type of creator actually, and it getting false flagged by, you know, by a company, and then
here's
being
what
unable
I would say
to
about
that.
The one
that's
flag,
something that I do want to talk about.
Yeah, the one flag I know of, I believe that because Tony has said it, is that he got a flag for showing a potential like Amico mascot type character, and I watched his video and I liked the character, but I believe he knew that it may be leaked. So does that justify him getting a strike? No, but I do think that. Because if you're a creator and you know that there's something that's a potential leak, you do know that the company may do something with that video. I think they should be given the opportunity to remove the video and the strike taken away. And as far as I know, based on what Tony said in the chat, to bring up that the strikes are gone. So I think if you potentially do a content on something that's leaked from a copyright owner, then now I have no idea that he did say it was a showed tweet.
Yeah, that's
so I have no idea how it got out there. So that's not his fault then if he covered a tweet, really.
Right, in the same way that
but they obviously didn't want it out, so I think they should. I believe that companies should work more with the content creators. Say, you know, we really don't want this out there. Please remove it, and then the stuff taken away. Could have been handled better. I think it probably could have been handled better, but you know.
Again, it's like, why not? Why run from what you are? Like, if you have this idea and it gets out, it's like with the Ars Technica. It's like when the Ars Technica.
A lot of leaked stuff is on Twitter.
Like they were gonna
Tony too. To be fair, though, a lot of leaked stuff is on there that doesn't, you know.
This didn't only impact Tony. This also impacted Leo Diaz, who commented on the leak too. And I just wanted to kind of like personally.
I do think there should be a road for the content owner to ask it to be removed, though, and then to the content creator to comply, and then the strike or something be removed. Is strike the original thing?
I think using copyright strikes in any way is pretty much stupid. Unless
it's not isolated to television,
unless
though. It's not.
Unless it's literally like somebody re-uploading somebody's content completely.
Any content most content owners will do this if something gets leaked out on Twitter and is covered on YouTube. Let's not isolate Intellivision for
I'll be honest, I don't know a whole lot about that story. I didn't.
No, it's a problem across the board. It's not isolated just to television. Warner Brothers, Disney does this. Nintendo does this. If something's leaked, they should keep a tighter ship if it got leaked out. I don't know how it ended up on Twitter. And a lot of leaks are on Twitter. That's not necessarily an exemption. It was on Twitter, so it's fair for me to. You still knew they didn't want it out. It's fair for you to share it. I think there should be a better road to say we don't want this out there. Please remove it, where it's not going to impact the creator's ability to run their channel, though. Right. I think there should be something better than what's happened, but that's not an Intellivision problem. That's a problem across the board in YouTube and all these companies. Every company does this.
That's fine. But you'll have to have that conversation again with like Tony and Leo, because I don't really know exactly what they did or what they,
Oh yeah, no, I just wanted to bring that up. I know they're not here to give their take, but
I'm just saying what Max is saying. Like, I would like, I thought we were going to talk about more about like what this Sinister Moon guy did. Like as far as like, I didn't really think about copyright strikes from companies. I don't really have the information on all that. But like, I think it's shitty. Yeah. And anyway, for another content creator to copyright strike a fellow content creator, because how devastating that can be. Like me personally, my channel is not monetized, so I can do basically whatever I want, and it's not going to matter. Like I can use popular known music in my video, and it'll get a copyright claim, and I don't care because I'm not putting it out to make money. I'm putting it out because I know that song fits perfully.
Lorenzo says this is the way it should happen. Is lawyers should send a cease and desist if they use copyright thing. Okay.
That's a good point.
But I just don't want to isolate Intellivision only for that, because it's a known industry problem. Yeah. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah. And the intention of me bringing up like, the false flagging and things like that, it's not, again, like I said earlier, like I'm not looking for individuals to denounce the actions of other people just to create legitimacy like on their own platform. It's not Dave's job to like to denounce like the actions of people who are false flagging, like because he's not it's not even involving him at all. Just like when someone like doxes thinks that they're like doxing someone with like publicly available information or things like that, like in the comment section, it's not the fault of the video creator who's for the actions of someone in their comment section. They can curate their comment section, but like that's ultimately the person who's doing that. So that's like one thing I did want to call out, that like I'm not looking for people to try and like
well, I do
like
think,
denounce those actions for like people who are not involved with them.
Leave that retro bro comment up, because I don't really understand how that works either. I appreciate him telling me that, because I was wondering, because honestly, like a couple of the most recent videos I've made that have been kind of spicy, I was expecting to get a strike, from YouTube, but I didn't, because I'm still not unsure like the line that you can cross.
Well, I do think one of the problems with YouTube
and or a claim or a strike.
I do think one of the problems is, this is actually a YouTube problem, is if a content creator, a content owner wants something taken down, not just a claim to get money off the video, they can have it removed. They have to do a strike, and that's probably part of the problem, because the fastest way for like Intellivision to get that off YouTube is to do a strike instead of a claim. A claim is just going to give them money if it's get ads on the video. Whereas a strike,
are we talking about Tony strikes?
Well, we're talking about the problem with, and this isn't just isolated to Intellivision, Saggy. Too, Warner Brothers, Disney, Sony, Nintendo. If there's something that leaks and someone covers it, most likely, most stuff will get flagged. And I was just saying this potentially could even be a YouTube issue, because if a content owner wants that taken down for the public because it's not ready for consumption for the public yet, and it's an actual leak, The fastest way they could do it is a strike. You can't do anything else to get that video taken
Well,
down.
here's the thing. And I can say this because Tommy gave me permission to say this.
Good.
When it came to Intellivision and strikes, Tommy isn't in charge of that. He has somebody else who runs the page that is responsible for that. So when everyone was blaming Tommy and yelling at him, like he didn't even know it happened until everyone started like freaking out about it. And he has to talk to his team about what that like he is like if they are literally just stealing our content, obviously you can strike them. But if they're doing it under fair use, don't do it. Okay. So like I said, whenever everyone likes to assume that they know what's going on, what's being said, but you don't. Even when I was listening to you guys talk about the the harassment stuff and people being crappy and whatnot, like Dazyed Gaming knows. Like Dazyed Gaming knows what we're talking about now. Mm-hmm. But at the time, we weren't communicating with each other because number one, we don't know each other, so we don't feel obligated to discuss these things with people we don't know. And on top of that, I get what you're saying, Ray. Like, you're right. It's not our responsibility to disavow people's actions. However, when you want to sit here and blame X for doing something that somebody in their corner is doing, it's hypocritical. And that's all it is. Each other are saying, well, if you're upset about Relic Gamer, we're upset about this crazy person named Volpe. Oh, but Relic Gamer, but Volpe. And that's all it gets down to. No one's getting a resolution or conversation. We both have people on both sides who have done some crappy things, but some worse than others.
And
so
that's why I try to stay away from that. Yeah. I don't really talk about that much in my videos because, like I said, I'm later to the party here, and everybody has history before me. All of y'all seem to have history with each other, and I try to avoid that because I don't know. So I don't really talk about it that much.
Lorenzo,
but I hear what you're saying, and like honestly, I'd have never like called out about here. Come in, Andrew. Just set it out at the door. I texted my son. I texted my son to bring me up a Pepsi and a drink. Fuck! I lost my train of thought. What was I saying?
Oh no, I was gonna say like I'm pretty much in the same boat as you, Days. Like I don't have not nearly as much context or historical knowledge as Saggy and Max do, and other folks in the community. I try to just speak on things that I do know a little bit about. And I acknowledge that, some of the things I say might be, ill-informed or inaccurate. And that's totally fine. I take that feedback and I try to do better next time. And I would like to, understand, the information that I got inaccurately.
Right. No, I do that too. And I made a video one time that when I got something I thought was wrong, I immediately made a correction video. And most people said, you don't have to do that because we're not real news. But I wanted to because it's like I don't want people because I have like some of my videos were getting like 500 views. It's like I don't want to leave people. I felt like in that instance, I acted fast on something that I heard on Reddit. And I didn't want people that had watched that to have the wrong idea from me because I'm not trying to be fake news in any way. I'm not a news person. If I got something wrong, I would, but I will admit it.
Well, I want to address Tony here.
Hang on. I'm gonna grab my drink, guys. I'll be right back and use.
I think this would be good in the future. I think it could have been handled that way potentially, but again, it's the YouTube system, and it's not. I'm not saying the YouTube system excuses companies from doing strikes on content creators. I still don't like that either. But that's because Max, that's because a lot of people don't know what fair use is. Like people, like we just had to deal with that with Tony, with a YouTuber who struck his channel. And here's the thing: I love how people who call us shills and think we are like part of a cult. Like me and Retro Bro were pissed, and we did everything we possibly could to help Tony, despite our differences, because we didn't believe that it was right to have a YouTuber copyrights or issue a takedown notice on Tony, and that's just like I said, we have no problem helping out with those things, and that it was a moral thing because like let's be realistic, Tony has pissed us all off, but we still put our differences aside out them. I'm not excusing Intellivision. I just want to say it's not an Intellivision problem. It's a company in content creator problem across the board at YouTube.
It's people don't know fair use, Max. It's people don't understand how fair use is.
But we're also saying when not just that channel that had the strike against Tony, but like companies that have strike against content creators, the fastest way to get it to stop when they don't want something out there is to strike a channel. I wish there was another option to say take down without a strike, but that's the way YouTube works. That's not excusing companies doing this to YouTube creators and people on social media. It's just it's reality. That's the fastest way to get stuff taken down when you don't want it
here's
out.
also the problem too, Max, is people don't understand the proper way of going about doing takedowns. First of all, they always say to try to contact the person first before you do it. But people aren't going to do that.
I don't know why you're saying that. I just said I didn't. That's not excusing Intellivision, and I just answered your question. I don't understand why you still think I'm shilling for Intellivision.
Well, no, people still.
There might have been some lag when you were speaking and they were typing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it also, like, people still get, like, when we were trying to help Tony, people were getting mad at me and Retrobro, like, well, what about the one on the television? I'm like, I've already spoken to Tommy about that. Tommy said that it's somebody else's, like, it's somebody else, a part of Intellivision that handles that stuff. So it was going to take time, right? But what I could do was help with the problem that I could help with now, you know? And it's like, I understand when people are upset, but, like, Tommy didn't have anything to do with that strike. And everyone was making it because it's Intellivision. He didn't know about it. Somebody else is in charge of that.
Tony, I would actually have to investigate that. I didn't know there was an option to take down without strike option. I think companies should use that then.
Yeah,
I don't think they should. I don't think they should immediately go for strike, takedown. Yeah, I think if that is an option, and then
bitch, the light just turned green. Are you kidding me right now? Sorry, road rage.
Damn.
No, the light just turned green. I'm getting honked at. Like, what the heck? The light just turned green. You didn't give me a chance to process the turning of the colors.
Was it a man or a woman you called a bitch?
I don't know. It looked like a chica. And I'm in Boston, so trust me, the road rage out here is real. So I do apologize.
Okay.
Y'all gonna hear me start raging on somebody. Watch.
I grew up in Atlanta, and yes, we had tremendous road rage there too.
Right. And see, I'm glad that we have Dazed here, because there aren't a lot of people, because I know Dazyed Gaming and Shambling Man, and a few of them have been, like, really, like, kind of critical. Yeah, is it Shambling? I don't know. Rambling. I always forget his name. I want to call him Shambling. I don't know. Whatever. But like, I know you guys have been critical of, like, a lot of us. And I know in time, I'm glad we kind of started talking, because even if, you know, you've said some things that we don't agree with, I still am like, you're still a person, and I still, you know, I'm glad that, like, you were willing to hear me out, so the least we could do is hear you out.
Yeah, I have no problems with anyone in real life. I just have problems with the shilling for the Amico on the on their YouTube channel.
But you know we ain't shilling for the dang Amico. Listen,
but like, as far as like you guys in real life, I don't talk to you. I'm not a freaking monster.
Because they're doing a different approach. They're gonna have more games. Like the PS5 came out. How many games were there at launch? It's different. It's not high end graphics. I feel that all these retro reimagined games look better than the originals. If you actually,
I would hope so.
I
would hope so.
Yeah. So I'm excited about it, and I'm excited to have a lot of games at launch. Game launches, console launches aren't what they used to be. Oh no!
Did Rhea just eat herself?
Oh no! She's not upset with me.
What did you do, Tony?
She'll be back.
What did you do, Max?
Why would she be upset? She probably just disconnected like I did.
What did you say?
She had a plan, and I messed up the plan, I think.
She's not going to quit because of the plan.
She definitely just disconnected it, unless she said something. See, exactly.
Max thought you were mad at her.
Yeah, he freaked out, Rhea. He freaked out thinking you were upset.
Because you didn't have you thought you were going against your
plan.
I
was straying from the plan too much. Go ahead, Rhea.
No, it's totally fine.
We see who runs the show.
I had some bad, stuff happen. But anyway, I'm here. I'm totally happy to stick around.
Okay. All right, what was the next topic after the flagging?
Open discussion.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's kind of been an open discussion a little bit since we started.
I got
the super chats now.
I read the memo for the lineup.
Let me get to the super chats here. Let me find them.
Are you seriously comparing the PS5 to the Amico?
Yes, I'm saying launch-wise and the amount of games, yes, it compares nothing graphics wise, or but it's like a launch. We don't really get console launches anymore. You get a new next gen system come out, and then games that you're eventually going to get. They're just better looking versions than the previous gen versions, and
Max, you can't compare the PS5 to the Amico. It's a PS5. This is the Amico One.
Thank you.
No, I'm saying a system launch with a lot of games, a lot of variety, a lot of different genres covered. That doesn't happen like it used to. And I think the industry is going the wrong way, except for Game Pass and services like that. But you get very few releases. A lot of the stuff coming on the new consoles, including the Switch and Series X and PlayStation 5, is just better versions of older games a lot of the time. And then the new games come out where they're piecemeal. It's not the same as they used to get the console launches.
Well, that's because everybody now is creatively bankrupt, and they just want to go back and bring out things that they've already done because they don't want to come up with a new idea because it's a guaranteed.
No,
payoff.
I'm not dunking on the PS5. I'm just saying it's refreshing to have a launch.
Dunking on you could never dunk on the PS5.
No, but Max, you can't compare the PlayStation to Amico because of course Amico is its first launch of a console. It has to come with games. It has to. Where these next gen consoles, they're not coming out with a whole new console, which will require you to have like new games to play on it. PlayStation and Xbox, already. You can play your previous generation games on it, so there's really no need to have a ton of games. I mean, it would be nice, but comparing PlayStation 5, this is like the 5th installment of this console to an Amico this is its first year. Of course the Amico is gonna have a ton of games on launch. That's why I'm saying you can't really compare the PlayStation 5.
It's not
like if you were to compare it to like the whatever else was coming out around those times, the Evercade or the Atari thingy, those ones, anything that's new, something that's new, never been done, doesn't have previous games you can play on it. Yeah, it's gonna have to have those games at launch.
Yeah, it's a fair point. I want to bring up the super chats. The Geek Getaway, punching down isn't real. Stopping SAWFT. $2.
Was that to me?
Soft. I don't know. I guess he was talking to our general conversation.
Yeah, no, I don't.
RJ 199. Can't wait. Do you guys see this? Okay, good. Because I tried to scroll up and it was too past. There was too many comments in the chat to get to it. Resident Justice, can't wait to watch Mad Max 2, The Amico Warrior. Hell yeah! And then the Geek Getaway, Tony, $5. Thank you for the support, Tony. I really appreciate it. Are we going to discuss how multiplayer is tacked on to many games per Tom's unboxing video? Moon Patrol, Fox, and Redux.
4-player Moon. Did you hear what he was going how Moon Patrol was going to be played? Where one person jumps, one person shoots forward, one person shoots up, and one person moves the thing back and forth.
I didn't hear that.
That seems unnecessary. That just seems like a miserable experience.
Especially
for that game.
Listen. I like the focus of the multiplayer option.
Yes,
do I think some of the games are not meant for multiplayer and they add things?
It's a gimmick that doesn't need to be shoved into everything, I think is what Tony is saying.
I like the focus on it.
Finnegan Fox 4-player seems dumb.
The Finnegan Fox one's the hardest one for me. Although it's gonna be like the flying section, which is gonna be cool. And I'll wait to the context of it. Does that seem tacked on to me? Potentially. The Rigid Force Redux, I think that's great to have the second player control the option. You know how in shmups you have another thing that shoots. I think that's really cool, and I like that addition. For the Moon Patrol, what you just told me, I haven't heard that one yet.
Tommy said it himself. If you watch his unboxing video,
I thought it was going to be someone controls the Moon Patrol buggy, and then other players are like the spaceships in the top firing down or something.
No, that would be awesome.
That's what I thought it was going to be.
No, they're not doing that.
I have to do research on what you just told me there. That doesn't sound great to me. I still think Moon Patrol was one of the funnest ones I played, and I was shocked because I hated it.
That's the only one I've played. It's the only one
I
I've played
hated
on
it
my
on the
phone.
phone though. But
Yes.
I was
I want to see the controller.
Max, let me ask you this. Maybe like you're I'm hoping you're a lot more knowledgeable on this topic. So with the games like coming out at launch and then onward, do you know if they would potentially software update to allow more modes or like more playability for a lot of these concerns y'all are flagging?
Hopefully.
From the amount of interviews I've done with him and interviews I've watched, I believe the focus is to have a complete game when it comes out and not a lot of, because like you said, you tap the RFID and then you never have to go to the internet again. So you don't want to have constant updates and stuff. If there is like say they want to do Moon Patrol with a new version, and maybe potentially online co-op, they may have to do a whole new other Moon Patrol game. Or Moon Patrol Online or something.
They have to make sure that they sell a lot more systems than they are selling these boxed games, or there won't be a company around to post updates. So hopefully they sell a lot of these systems to stay solvent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because the games aren't selling. The games are
that's a concern across the board for all companies pre-revenue. They're not really getting a lot of revenue here. They have to, they don't have. The last console they had was how many years ago in the market? So this is a big risk. Yes, they have to land it, and the only thing that's going to change anyone's minds is getting it out there, delivering it to the founders.
Exactly.
And then hopefully there's not a big gap between founders and the general public. That's the other issue.
I don't want to ever hear anybody say to me that I don't want this thing to come out. I want it to come out.
Okay.
I want to see what the only way all this shit that we all are talking, it's pure speculation.
Well, a lot of these games,
I want to see the thing come out, because then we can definitively look and say the company only lasts 6 months. Or we can say, hey, it's 2 years later and this thing is growing. And I am of the opinion that
a lot of these games
I'm on for the ride that it's going to fail.
Are very close to complete, if not complete already. A lot of the games on there, Rigid Force Redux. I mean, let's go through them.
Do we any of us really don't know though? You know what I'm saying? Like what Tommy said in the when he went with the new round of funding, saying things like that such and such is only 80% complete, or this is 90% complete. Like, I don't believe those numbers at all. I don't think that you can definitively say where they are at all with any percentage. So it's like then you're potentially
calling him
finally
a potential liar.
I'm not calling him a liar. I'm not saying that he's a liar. I'm saying he's probably being more positive.
The person in charge not know how much percentage? Are we potentially saying he's so inept that he doesn't know how far along the game is? I mean, that's general game development.
I'm not saying that he's so inept. I'm just saying that he will want to put forward that it's probably better than it is. But it doesn't matter. I'm just saying I don't even want to discuss that. I'm just talking about when you're, saying like the games are almost finished. I mean, okay, but we've been hearing that, and you hear things and then it's not the actual, turns out to be the truth. So that's why I'm saying I want to see this thing. I just want it to come out, and I want an opportunity to play it.
Like Finnegan Fox. Someone went in at the event. This wasn't at Crayola, but this was in Retro Bros basement. Right. Someone went way past in the game, way down the line for levels for Finnegan Fox. Moon Patrol looked finished. Rigid Force Redux, let's be real, is finished. It's just they added an extra mode. Brain Duel, I didn't play that, so I have no idea on that one. Missile Command.
Let's go get those cheap phones.
Hey, Gen's here. We need to get Gen on in the future.
Max, can I just ask that when Dazyed is speaking and he's bringing up points that he wants you to acknowledge, can you not speak over him and acknowledge other comments above it, please?
Woo!
Sorry.
Woo, Rhea, yeah.
Thank you, Rhea, because I am a boomer, and when that happens, I will tend to lose my train of thought, and then I come back, I'm like, huh?
Rhea said, "Stay in your lane, Mad Max."
All right.
Just played it out.
Thank you, Rhea. It's because
just to kind of like flash back to what Dazyed was calling out. like, yeah, like when there is information that conflicts with, you know, other public statements that were made, like that is a valid criticism, and it's not up to y'all to, you know, to find an answer for it, or, you know, or spin it in a type of way like that. We're just calling it out, and just and asking that you acknowledge that, hey, do you see this discrepancy? Don't you agree that it's concerning? Like,
right.
And then the reason why is it being spun then also is because
it's not being spun.
That's also part of the story.
The reason why I'm kind of cross, because I know where this is going. And here's the thing: Tommy has addressed a lot of things, but people just ignore it, or they just act like, oh, hey, remember back in like 2018 when Tommy said this, and now it's 2021, he's saying that? Yeah, because in that time frame, things have changed. So I'm like, and Tommy has 100% answered for these things. Like, yeah, at the time, XYZ, now WB, you know what I'm saying? So some of it has been addressed, but when we bring that to attention, it is ignored. It's like, no, he's blatantly lying. Well, then Saggy, if that's the case, then why did he announce it then? Well, maybe at the time he had assurance that something was going to happen, and then when it came down to getting to business, something changed, and it happens.
Right.
But like, Tommy's not flawless. This is his first big company, and there's gonna be hiccups. Yes, he's excited about this. Yes, he's gonna announce things before maybe he should. That doesn't mean he's a liar. It just means sometimes maybe he jumps the gun and things change.
I never would say Tommy is a liar. I think Tommy is like a somebody who just, it's, you know, like I caught a fish this big. You know what I'm saying? Like he just can't help himself. Like that's just who he is. And I think that he has been out too much, making promises that he can't cash. That it's like people are just at the point where it's like he sounds like somebody who just always is talking about how positive it is and not. So it's like there's so sure people are going to say those numbers. I mean, he could just say numbers and he pull it out of his ass, say we're 90% complete. Like, can you literally sit there? Is there like while you're working on these things, there's like a percentage chunk like count up or whatever, like every time you do a new line of code or whatever the hell you're doing? Like, no, it's literally just saying it. And that's where the discussion is it like, is he just saying 90% because it's just an arbitrary number, or where are we at? Are we more like 50-60%? We're speculating off of that. It's not necessarily like, saying that he's a liar. I'm not saying he's a liar. I'm just saying, I mean, I think that he has said things, yes, that have not come true. I don't know if it's a liar or if he just has this habit of not over promising and under delivering when you want to be the opposite. You want to under promise and over deliver. That man cannot do that. He's the opposite. And I think that's where he's got himself in trouble. So obviously people are going to be critical of just random numbers that he throws out.
But here's the thing. No game is 100%.
No, never. Right. And it's like when I make a video, like it's never like I could feel like I go back and watch it. I feel like I could keep editing and add to it. So yes, I get that.
I'm sorry if I talked over Brad. That you're not the first person that said it's my I don't mean to, but I get passionate.
You get excited about the people.
But I will say, I think your potential bias is really shining through when you say if he's saying something is so what percentage of done. This is basics in game development. You know how far along your game is.
Well, that's where I would say I don't want to be called a liar. I don't want to be called a liar.
No, your potential bias of saying he is so inept at knowing anything that you've kind of felt like he's just throwing a number out there, but that would be really. Well, you have a potential bias to believe that it's at the higher point. No, but that's just where we're at. Basic game development. Anyone in charge of the games in the industry.
I'm not even talking about the games. I'm just talking about the console itself.
The console. Okay.
That's the numbers that he put up, like 80%. I don't know. As I said, I've never worked with computers or shit or anything like that. I know it's like something 80% about the back end things, like stuff like that. I don't know. That's
Tony.
I have it written down in my notes somewhere. I could pull those numbers out, but I'm not going to be able to pull them out.
Isn't it fair to say the industry, if you're in charge of games in a game studio, if you're in charge of development, you know how far along your game is?
No, no, Max, that's not the answer you give him. The answer you give him is ask him the same thing. Do you have any game developing experience, Tony?
Right.
So, I mean, again, unless somebody in this chat or on this panel actually does, this is all our speculation based on things we know. Or
it is,
maybe,
but
yeah.
he's asking how can he know though that what he's saying like is that true? Is all he's trying to say. He's just saying that too. Like none of us are working in the games industry, so we don't have it. So he's just saying, how do you know that? Because he was asking me.
But this
Well,
goes to the Tommy
people,
problem, and everyone immediately not believing what he says.
But here's the thing:
because of other things,
people at people that work for him, the people who are gaming developers, they're the ones that are giving him the information, right?
Sure.
So
and we're of the opinion that those people give him that information, and then Tommy is somebody who says his fish is this big. It expands the numbers just a bit to try to sound better. That's where we're talking about. And I don't think that's that. I think any of us would probably do that. I just think maybe he would do it more. And that's just where the speculation is. It's just like, is he doing this or is it accurate? It's not like he's a liar, like that's not how a lot of this is. And I think
that's what a lot of people are saying. And that's the problem. It's like, it's not about like people like you, because clearly you are here saying, no, I don't think like this. And I don't. But again, there are people that circulate around like, your channel, Tony's channel, et cetera, that are saying those things as like, yeah, he's a liar. We know for a fact he's lying. And it's like, but you don't. Just like you guys say, we don't know if he's telling the truth. You don't know if he's lying. The same thing. All we could do is like, for me and my perspective and people who are in support of Tommy, the way we see it is he is the CEO of the company. He knows more about it than we do because he's working on it. He has people who are working on it. He gets his information from the people, the actual people who are literally putting this thing together by hand, programming it. So when we're getting our information from him, it's coming from the people who are actually working on it. So
if Tommy is delivering you the numbers that are exactly what they're saying, that's where the speculation is. And as far as other people, saying that he's a liar, that is their opinion.
Right.
Like they're allowed to have that opinion.
Exactly.
Like I am of the opinion, yes, Tommy has probably lied. Do I think he's just like a straight up liar? I only consider people that are a liar are like lying all the time. I think he potentially has lied to make it sound better in an interview because that's just what he is. But I think that's just who he is, and he can't help himself. And that's where I look at it as like, it just needs to be quiet as a CEO. He just needs to be in the background and let other people talk, because he makes all these fucking promises that he never can deliver, and it makes the company look bad. I mean, it's brought out way more attention towards things if he would just be quiet. And I get that he's excited and want to say things, but that's where we're speculating, saying that that's being a bad CEO. Saying it's like, that's where I keep finding it fascinating, is that it's like they shoot themselves in the foot over and over again, when it's like, just let it go and be quiet and then come out like these other companies. It's like they don't say shit, and then all of a sudden they're like, okay, it's ready to launch. Like, just be quiet and get it done. Be quiet, get it done, and then release it, and then we can be done with this. Like, all this unboxing crap, it's like, yes, it's fun to watch, but it's like, they didn't need to do that, and television didn't need to do that. Just get busy, get to work. And then it's like,
no, go ahead, Dave. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, Adam, I'm not getting worked up. I'm just loud. That's just how I talk.
No, I am too. I'm not getting worked up either.
Just how I talk.
If I get really worked up, I'll just click off and leave.
Right. I just wanted to check in.
I'm not gonna get mad.
I just wanted to check in with everyone because we are coming up on the 2-hour mark. Daze, are you good on time, or do you have a hard cutoff?
What time is it? Because you guys are keeping me from football. But
oh yeah,
it's almost 3.
As long as I want to be done by 7, and it's 6 o'clock where I'm at. Like, I don't care. I don't know if you want to.
I
want to be able to watch the night
football another game. 20 minutes because I got other stuff to do.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I want to be able to watch the night football game.
See,
so whenever you guys are done.
Priorities.
I do like having Daze here because, like I said, he was one of the very few people in this who was like, you know what, maybe just hear each other out. And and like I said, we might not agree with how he does his videos or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, he seemed very rational to at least engage with when I
do have one other concern with Daze.
Uh-oh.
If you God, Black
is it about the hammock?
Phantom Amico?
Is it about the hammock? Because if he gets rid of the hammock, I'm rioting.
So if you do get this Gen X games, physical copies, please treat them nice. Don't trash them.
Here's the deal. No, I'm gonna say, I already said that
I don't want anything bad to happen to those Fox games.
I will say it here. I was talking with Rhea when you were gone earlier, and I will say it here, and I said it in his comments. If I do win, I don't want all of those games. I never had, when I made the bet, I thought he was going to send me one.
Don't burn
I don't have a problem with Moon Patrol. I love Moon Patrol. I don't have a problem with Missile Command. I love Missile Command. Brain Duel is whatever. I don't give a shit about that. You know, I just want Finnegan Fox. I want to torture Finnegan Fox in my backyard.
Why?
Because that's the only one I want.
No,
see this and I can make a great video about it. And
I want the Finnegan Fox.
Let me finish this. And I will, because I don't want to look like a fucking monster. Like if this stuff is for charity, Gen X Gamer just needs to sell the games for what he can make them for, and then donate that to charity and just give me Finnegan Fox. But I looked today. I've been checking eBay quite frequently now for this, and 2 people have bid. So I'm concerned that I might have to pay.
Well, there is the benefit of not buying every game as a pack.
Max,
from what he's doing on
business talk. Hold on. Yeah. Hold that thought. I'm sorry, but how much is that bid for Finnegan Fox? Because I was gonna bid on it, but like I'm not trying to spend a bunch of money.
See, no, the bet's off.
Girl,
if other people get involved,
I'll send it to you.
If other people
she has the right to buy eBay items.
She does, but Gen X Gamer addressed it himself. He said if anybody comes in and just bids it up,
she will
help out his side of the bet. He's going to still send me the game.
One physical copy.
Gen X messaged me because he knows I like Finnegan Fox, and no, he knows if I bid on it, I actually do want it because that's the only one I want. And the only reason why I didn't get the box set is because I don't want all of those other games. I just want the Finnegan Fox. So if I bid it up,
you better bid it up on eBay.
But how much is it up now?
$29.95, I believe.
All right, bet. I'm going there right now.
See, we got proof right here. We got proof. Give me. I get that.
She only wants one. She doesn't want to buy.
I'm just kidding, Max.
Okay.
I'm not worried about it. Even if I lose, I'm going to donate money to a charity. So it's like it's like $176.
That bid is going to just to kind of shout out Gen X Gamer, who is super awesome. And I hope one day we can chat with him. But yeah, he's donating it to Gamers Outreach. They are an organization that provides resources to hospitals and healthcare providers who work directly with children to provide them with video games. So that who can say no to that? Give kids video games.
Exactly.
So thank you, Saggy, for being a part of that. Contributing resources to that organization.
I would say you're welcome, but I literally just want the Finnegan Fox.
I like Draconia's.
Oh God, look at that's actually
instead
pretty
of
funny.
burning them, do something like that. That would be interesting.
I don't want.
Don't you know about the Amico? Go to a random person. Hey.
Well, okay, so since we're
that's
feeling
not really my
fuzzy,
style. My style is more about making weird shit in my backyard. So.
I wanted to say, since we're feeling, warm and fuzzy and good times and stuff, I did want to shout out Tony, who actually came up with a pretty awesome idea. I was chatting with Dazyed about it. So we're all familiar with Shondell, right? He's an avid, community member across a lot of different channels.
Shondell.
Yeah, yes. Tony brought up this idea to, he's probably watching right now, but to potentially gift him an Amico, whenever it comes out. And I was like, oh, I'm so stoked on that idea. I'll donate my boxed editions to him, because they'll go to someone who will use them for their intended purpose and have a legitimately fun time with them. So I just wanted to kind of shout Tony out for even coming up with that idea.
Fan. That kid is a true fan.
And by the way, that's not Tony, because I usually give Tony crap, because sometimes I swear he does things to troll, but he had said this months ago, so I know that's not him being a troll or anything. He actually generally wants to do that. He said that to me months ago, that he wanted to do that for him, which I thought was actually nice. And sometimes Tony surprises you. Sometimes he does. Sometimes Tony.
Tony's a good dude.
Most of the time, Tony is Tony, though.
Listen, Tony is Tony, and he knows, and I know Ray is it. He knows how to piss people off. That's what.
Can we
Tony
talk
does.
about our box the games here?
No,
I haven't been on the phone and talking about these thumbnails.
So how do I tell if I get a variant?
Look at, I didn't see this thumbnail like where it's like me, Hammock versus Mad Max.
And I'm nowhere to be found on the
Rumble.
This looks great. I love the art. You don't get this
type
of artwork.
It's cute. I'm just saying my preference is for the original Fox and Forest artwork.
This kind of stuff I don't want to burn. Like
Oh,
the original
that is
Intellivision.
artwork.
That is
Yeah,
boxing. Like, dude, like that's what the other games are like. It's legitimate artwork. But that Finnegan Fox one is just stupid.
This one I'm giving to my
Whatever. I
nieces.
love it.
Oh, Max. So like, I've been watching DJC's channel a lot more often, and I love because he's the one person who makes Amico content like regularly, and it's like getting me more jazzed about the console, and I'm learning more about it. I bought his album too. It slaps. Like not like it goes so hard, and I'm not, and I know I'm shilling, I know I'm gassing it up. Like you clip this and say like, yeah, like. But no, legitimately, these are slaps. Like I would totally.
Have you guys listened to any of
download that
Tommy Amico's videos?
His music goes hard as well.
You need to shout him out. You guys need to shout him out.
Tommy Amico, he's
Team
tight.
DJC Studios.
I'm team both of them. They can both exist.
No, they can. I'm not saying he shouldn't exist. And he does. He does cool commentary in it, but DJC is doing samples from the original Intellivision.
No, yeah, obviously, DJC
another level.
More. DJC's is more like solid sounding. Like that's not what Tony Uyamika's thing is. This is punk music,
right.
And like it's good shit. Like it's a completely different style. It's supposed to be raw. It's supposed to be silly.
Oh yeah, Uyamiko is.
I don't know how to bid.
Chef's kid.
I don't know how to do things
on eBay. What are you talking about?
Yeah, look at that.
Do you want me to bid? Do you want me to bid on it for you?
No, I did already. I figured out, but I only wanted to bid like a certain amount. And then I got confused what it was asking me, so I added an additional $1, and then I realized what was happening, and I was like, "Oh wait, why am I bidding higher than I expected to bid? I should have just left it as where it was."
I think someone just went in and probably like did a troll bid, so now it's like $50.
Now I am going to do a video that these are a better product than PS5 discs or Series X discs because they're basically just a key, and you have to put a key in there for most cases.
Come on, Max! Like you're making it too easy for the trolls.
What are you talking about? I'm being genuine.
Are we comparing the Amico to the PS5 again?
No.
Come on! Like no one's even talking about the PS5.
What you actually get? I'm being genuine. Yes.
Check this out. This is Pitfall. This is Pitfall on the
Intellivision. That looks so good.
You don't get you.
My camera has like.
You get a picture on a disc that the majority of the content's not on a disc in most cases, unless you're getting limited run.
This is how popular the Donkey Kong cabinet, just the game itself was. They're just advertising the fact that you could play this at home. Like play the cabinet in your home on the Intellivision. I love this box.
56K.
You would never see anything like that now.
Yeah, you don't get the actual game on the disc. You get a key to download it, and then you have to put the disc in digital. Yeah, go ahead.
I do agree with you, Max. That is a hard criticism. I think a lot of people on every side agree with. What's the point with buying physical media, paying full ticket price for it if I have to download like most of the game anyway before I play it?
And then to play, even though it's mainly on your SSD, we're in the age of solid state drives now. Most of these games are not running off the disc.
But Nintendo is still doing it right.
Right.
Oh yeah, Nintendo is like.
And Tommy said that they had an SD card slot in the Amico. That was another one of his. My fish is this big, and he at one time said they were going to use SD cards as their physical media. This is awesome right here to me.
Yeah, no, that's different level.
Have you ever tasted one of these?
No. I know
they have a bitter taste to them that you're not supposed to keep children from swallowing them.
Right. So pets and children don't swallow them. No, there's no comparing.
Oh, dude, that's bad. It's like battery acid.
Right. There's no comparing.
Why? Gross.
Jen, and we need to have Jen. I want you on the show.
That's a good thing, though. A kid would never put that in his mouth.
Critic Amico videos way back in the day when it first started. Then she sort of chilled out. $20 is. Okay,
I did want to just say I've been chatting with Ramblin' Man on Twitter, and it's just like a matter of like scheduling. Like he's in the UK, like it's basically 3 a.m. or like early in the morning. He was earlier, so that's the reason why he can't always like join us.
All right,
I would like to one time. I've been saying I don't know who's going to do a chat that I can actually talk to Ramblin' Man. Like we
can have you back on when Ramblin' Man comes back.
I tried to get you to let him come on. I knew it would be good.
Yeah, but y'all were too busy fighting each other.
I even gotta say,
I don't like Rambling,
even
man.
though I
I
had a beef with Gen X Gamer, his content lately has been really good. I just was really pissed off at a certain video he did.
Exactly.
Exactly. Rambling and I, when I was, he made a video about me, and it was kind of funny, and I liked the song he used, so I was like, oh wow, somebody actually made a video about me, and I watched it and I liked it, and I left a comment, and then there was somebody in there like attacking him, and I was like, see, this is a problem. I you know, this whole thing is why people keep fighting. So I defended him, and I was like, no, you don't have to attack him. He made a video. You know, this is what he likes to do. He has fun with it, and you know, just let him be. You know, leave him alone. And then I got crapped on for it.
I want to get the Gen comment here. I think a lot of Days admitted, I think it was you that said I was right. We don't value the original games. $20 is too expensive for coin and a Intello card. I wouldn't buy that double the price. You're not thinking of the actual game in it as a value, and then the artwork associated with the game is much better than a disc that just has a Blu-ray plastic with a flimsy sleeve in there with art.
Well, it was sold as a collector's edition to try to make money for their company. I mean, they did it pretty cheap.
Yeah,
because look at that clam. No, I'm talking about the quality. That clamshell. That's why I want to see what Finnegan Fox is.
It
that
could be
clamshell,
thicker,
once you open it, that clamshell like
me.
flaps. Have you seen it? Like there's no clip back down like this.
There was,
like the Switch. Look at this. Just listen. The security of a closed game instead of it just like.
Yeah. No, just like criticize it a little bit about, you know, the quality of the paper. Like that's another reason why I'm like really nervous about how to preserve the cases, even though I don't plan to open them. They're still soft paper. And then for the folks who do plan to open them, how are they going to store them safely? And then like the edges eventually are going to like, you know, start to show wear and tear.
I'm planning on keeping them sealed.
Potentially it may fade. And the boxes are eco-friendly, recyclable material. So that's also going to, you know, degrade a lot faster than like stuff that's like not as like recyclable.
Put it in the freezer.
No. Oh my God. If somebody does that,
well, Jen, as much as Tommy says that we're not marketing towards the families yet, but these limited editions are directly marketed towards the retro reimagined crowd. You don't have to buy these to get the game. Tom, and I think Tommy's even mentioned that these limited collector's editions are towards collectors and not towards the general consumer of the Amico. The general consumer is probably just going to buy it on this digital storefront.
Hey, at least there's money coming in. I've said in my past videos that I thought that they should start selling stuff to get money coming in instead of constantly having to rely on investors. But that's
not
what they
true,
did.
Tony,
that's what
thanks
they did.
for the
they did
$2. In most cases, PS5 games, Series X games, especially when they have to be installed on the SSD, is a key to get a download. The game is not running off the disk. It's just checking. The system is checking the disk to see if the disk is in the system, and the majority of it is running off the hard drive.
And that was purchased.
I'm sorry. If you try to play a PS5 game and never connect to the internet and just pop it in there, I mean, I guess I could try. I have a PS5, but
I think the comparison has got to be Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo Switch is different. Nintendo Switch and Evercade is different. The game is actually running off the cart. It's not just the key. It's not just in most cases. There's some games like Spyro Trilogy. They didn't put all the games on the disc, even on the disc. Can we just
appreciate real quick though how amazing it is that a game can run off of a little cartridge? I can have a whole game, a whole world.
Isn't that cool?
It fascinates me. Technology fascinates me.
No, I think Dazyed Gaming has a fair concern there about closing. If you do open the plastic, something that
even sealed,
like a little clasp or something that
the coin, that shitty coin and the 3D card aren't worth holding in your hand.
Listen, Days, I'll let you know how that Finnegan Fox.
CM Retro did it. CM Retro did an unboxing last night, and I watched it on my. I watched too much Amigo content. And
he's
another one that I want to get on.
We are all having an unhealthy obsession with the Amico.
No, yes.
CM is great. Like he's someone like similar to Daze.
Go look at his unboxing vid because for some reason
I watched it.
In the 3D cards, he got the lighting he used or something. They looked amazing. Where it didn't come across in other people's videos. So go check out CM Retro's video.
He had this photography background thing that
and it looked really good.
That reflected the light away from the product, so you could just see it like in normal white light.
Yeah, go check. Actually, we could probably check that part out. We want to do that before we close, and you'll see that it doesn't look too cheap.
And then I think we need to watch Tommy's Willy Wonka collection. At least take a look at it. Him talking about it.
All right, CM Retro.
CM, if you're watching this, get back to my Twitter follow so I can DM you for a chance.
I am already subscribed to him. Good.
At least show the part where Tommy shows his gaming setup with his car and his butt bumpers.
I don't know where
the beginning and his Willy Wonka collection. I think that would be worth watching.
Well, this isn't in CM Retro. Oh, you're talking about. Hold on a second. I got to get to the part of CM Retro's video. Oh, now it's spinning. Has internet? Have people had problems with streaming services lately? Like everything's HBO Max, Netflix, everything.
I think your command center has been hacked.
Maybe my my internet service provider's throttling me. Maybe that's the problem.
I think Skynet has found you.
Oh no. All right, let's get to I'm bringing up the CM Retro vid now. But I completely disagree with
my
Tony
criticism with Ninja Kitty about not including Dazed in his tribute video to Carl and Moon Guy, cuz I could totally see Dazed being T1000.
Oh yes. Now for some reason everything looks really good the way he filmed it here. Look at that coin.
I want to just rip that in half.
Look at the what? This is why I have a problem with you, Daze. If you're a fan,
he keeps it 100.
It's Finnegan
you
Fox.
Don't have to worry about him.
It's Finnegan Fox. I'm not a fan of Finnegan Fox. I'm gonna play. I said last night on Tony's stream. I'm going to download Fox and Forests and play it because Tommy said that game went from a 7.5 to a 10 because he made it easier. That Fox and Forest is too difficult to play, so I'm going to download it for the $1 that you can. I think it costs on Nintendo, and play it. See if I can beat it.
What do you think of these coins? Because me and Ray are not going to open ours. So what do you think of seeing these coins? I really appreciate seeing these coins up close. Maybe I will open if the system comes out. Maybe I'll open them. I don't know.
Yeah,
don't because your thing will never. You'll have to tape your thing shut. It's not worth it. Don't fall for the temptation.
I do really love the presentation though. That's just like me. I know I was counting on it and I was being self-effacing about like my own support of buying games before a console comes out. But yeah, I truly do like the presentation and the care that they put into these.
What does anyone do with anything, Zeno? You're not a physical product guy. You like digital. I
would have liked to have seen though a little. Maybe just like a little trinket or something, like a toy.
I would have
a toy or something to get set on your shelf, or even a keychain. You could have taken and tacked a little nail up and hung the keychains up of all the thing.
Yeah,
that'd be a way to display it. Because how are you going to do coins? They're either in a coin book or stacked on your shelf.
Yeah. I would have loved the RFID to be on the coin, and then you put it in like you're putting a quarter in a machine. That would have been next level for me. If you're going to do coins,
that's better. Yeah. Better.
So if you you put a token in an arcade machine, but that would have been hard to accomplish.
That would be.
But these look great to me. This does make me want to tear it open.
Do it. Tear them all open now.
I'm going to wait because
then I want to watch you realize how much a mistake it was when the games won't close back, and you're like, oh. How am I going to display these now? Well, when you keep them closed, you can display the artwork.
You can have Blu-ray sleeves, which I have a bunch over here. Oh, I have them right here.
You have to put it in a Blu-ray sleeve?
But you could put 2 in 1. I have these from my Steelbooks. I could test it right now, Daze.
That just seems dope. not good though. You'd have
Let's
to like
test it.
trade
Okay,
out
so
that.
this is how I keep my Blu-rays clean. You can't really see it. The only thing is I would never remove the sticky tape because if that got stuck to the cardboard, it would ruin it.
Let's see if you can get it in there with
two,
the sticky out.
He said put 2 in. I'm not going to do the sticky.
So back to back.
That's not bad.
Put 2 in. But then I would never take the sticky off because then, that would destroy it if it got stuck.
I thought you meant you were going to try to put it in like a Blu-ray case, like a DVD case. Like
no, the protector.
Okay,
I already own these for my Blu-rays and Steelbooks.
Yeah, if you have it open, sure.
Maybe I could cut off the top.
But certainly would look a lot better sealed. Standing.
Oh
upright.
yeah.
Because that looks like, I mean, it's a solution, but it looks cheap.
I could probably cut this off real nice and do something with the top where it's not going to ruin the box. I don't know, but there's things you could do. I wish they came out with I wish someone made a protector on eBay that I could just buy it that would fit exactly form fit to it. Saggy, what's your thoughts on these coins?
Oh, she's gonna come back.
Yeah, had to go to the bathroom.
So this gives you rage though, Dazed. You're like, I want to destroy the Finnegan Fox coin.
Yes, Finnegan Fox gives
you rage. Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got this elaborate plan for it. If I get it,
you're being hyperbolic, Draconovia. It's not going to disintegrate
the
before you get to me.
Boxes will be rotten.
No. We want to get Panda Sub on. We've had too many critics on. Sorry, we need a Panda Sub 2000.
That's Panda Bay. Panda Bay. 2000.
People want Panda Sub to go work for Intellivision. I've heard like a lot of people are like, wow, his videos are so legit.
We were talking last night that Intellivision could make a YouTube, like actually do a YouTube channel. Like I thought they could do like a cartoon of like DJC, maybe in Retro Bro, and like do like a whole series of it.
Food bags.
Does that sound like a good idea?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
Would a DJC cartoon that was done by somebody for Intellivision be a good idea? And it could have like all the characters like Retro Bro and Cyrus and OEBP.
Oh yeah,
do like a cartoon.
I want DJC's album to be in a little digipack like this, like DJC and then a DJC coin and a lenticular card. I would love if they could make that happen. I would buy that too.
He's great. Like his like genuine enthusiasm, like it just resonates like from his content. So like for me, like I was kind of getting kind of dragged down by all like the negativity and what I felt was kind of like kind of a moot point to continue talking about this topic. Right. But watching his content is like reinvigorating and gets me excited about a lot of the reasons why I enjoy it.
DJC has kept the discussion alive because he puts out content like a machine. Mm-hmm. So there's something to consume that's Amico related. Because for a long time, people weren't even making positive Amico videos anymore. But DJC
that's what I started doing again. I saw DJC was there.
I noticed that. Look,
and I was like, and he's getting all the heat now. Everyone said he's a cool guy, and then they started making fun of him. I'm like,
yeah, but it's still, dude. It's like, come on. I mean, it's on the internet. Like it's not like I wouldn't take it too personally. Like you said, like the things that I make in the comments I make in my videos.
Look at these cards. These cards look great.
Yeah, no, like Dazed, I agree. It's like
look at that.
I don't go out looking for any mentions of me anywhere. I just sort of like stay in my lane, like and just focus on.
I said like I will turn a video on and I'll just be randomly in a clip. Like having Amico Day channel does that. And like I'll just be in a clip. Like I love seeing myself randomly, or it's like I'll tune in to like one of Retro Bros streams or somebody's stream, and they will literally be talking about something that I know I talked about in my video. Like I said, they're talking about me saying that. Like I enjoy. I like seeing myself pop up in. It's like if people have criticism of me, that's fair.
But Daze, go ahead, say something about these cards. These cards look great. I just don't get it.
I mean, that Dynablaster looks sweet. That Moon Patrol looks amazing. But that Finnegan Fox, I want to bite in half with my teeth.
What? The one thing I think about
look at it. Look how bad dorky he looks. Trying to jump over that dumb owl, like well, Finnegan Fox.
No, Max, like just to kind of like because I do personally agree with Dazed, like that Finnegan Fox image in the game and like the rigged the bone rigging animation style, it just encompasses everything that I don't and a lot of people don't like about Flash animation in general. Yeah. And like modern mobile games.
Like Fox and Forest, they changed the look.
I wish he had a like an animation, standing animation or running animation with his face.
He looks like he's scared.
But I think the look of him is great.
He looks like he's scared of a bird and about to get licked by some weird freak thing.
But I like the style of it. I just wish he had more animation.
That's what Tommy said in his video. You should watch his video. He explained some stuff that they were going to try to do. The 3D cards we're going to have. There's two ways.
No, not on this card in the actual game. Like I want him to do like how Sonic has when you let him stand for a little bit. Or I like the Fox art. I actually like it better now than
Fox art looks cheap.
I like it better than the original Fox, and I was on the opposite end when I first started covering it. Because I knew about Fox and Forest before they announced Finnegan Fox and that they were going to adapt it, and then I saw it in the original video. I didn't like it. Now I do.
Well, what changed your mind?
I like the cartoony style, and then the pixel art. I prefer pixel art, but the Fox and Forest pixel art was a little bit more generic to me than this is to me personally.
I don't know. I'm gonna try the Fox and Forest games because everyone says that's a superior version, at least.
But I would, and I did play Fox and Forest, or I mean, I did play Finnegan Fox in the bro basement, sweating like a really sweaty bro.
Were you one of the dudes that was drinking White Claw?
No, I left that before that. I went to because I drove for like 6 hours to get there.
Do you drink White Claw?
No. I'm not opposed to drink. I just
good.
Good.
I'm glad you don't. I have respect that you don't drink White Claw.
What's wrong with drinking White Claw?
I drink White Claws.
No, that's fair though. But like that was one thing though, because my wife drinks Smirnoff Ice.
Come on, you got
dudes need to be drinking beer.
Come on, we don't need toxic masculinity on top of this conversation.
Well, it was in one of my videos. I know Retro Bro. I was only saying that for him because one time he came in and he said that I was laughing at. The last time I talked, he was laughing.
He has. He could drink whatever he wants and it'd be manly.
Yeah, that's fine. It was just fun to pick at you guys because it's like,
Jen says boo. Yes, let's have Jen on with Ramblin' Man. Jen, if you're available, I gotta find a way to get a hold of you, Jen. Because she was very critical of Amico back in the day, and she's kind of not done videos lately. But she has a lot of critique.
I don't think I've seen she
was before you, Dazyed Gaming.
Yeah, I'm super not familiar.
With God, I do know her. She was the one that was making negative, or not negative, but like critical Amico videos, right?
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, everybody jumped on her and attacked her. I'm pretty sure that's the way it went down that I've been told, and I think that caused a lot of problems early on. Is that people?
I think there was,
and then I think that was kind of a rise up of the anti-Amico crowds. I think a lot of people attacked her unfairly because she had a negative opinion.
I believe there was an accusation that she wasn't actually a woman and just a troll or just another alt channel or something. I think that's where it was coming from.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it.
She revealed her voice. She revealed her voice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think. I'm not sure. It's been a wild ride.
But that was the beginning. That's where I say, a lot of people talk about.
I think we should end it because I don't want to go to 7. And then let's just look at these amazing cards. Dazyed Gaming, I still do even after you seem like an okay guy or good. You seem like a good guy.
You're an awesome guy, Dazyed.
Thank you.
I was a fan before. I'm a bigger fan now.
I just really have an issue with saying you're going to do horrible things to these Finnegan Fox
one
cards.
game, not these. Remember that can't be the narrative.
Any game.
I said what?
See, that's just like this. It's just my pet peeve. Like when someone says, I don't like a comic, I buy a comic and I burn it. And that's your right to do it. Like I've seen other people on the internet like destroy like like The Last Jedi. People really hated that, so they destroy discs on videos.
My brother and I, when we were little, destroyed one of those My Buddy dolls because we thought it was dumb. Like he got it for Christmas, and we destroyed it.
So keep your games away from Dazyed Gaming. That's all I want to say here. You're not going anywhere near my sealed boxed edition, Rigid Force Redux Enhanced, and yeah, you could get Rigid Force Redux, but you can't get it with this amazing artwork anywhere else. Sorry. And so far, there's not a physical edition of the game anywhere else, I don't think. I think it's digital only.
Oh, here's one pet peeve I have. I can see right there on the thing, it says Dyna Blaster. Everybody keeps calling it Dino Blaster. It's not a dinosaur. Everybody needs to calling it Dyna Blaster. That's the name of the game.
No. I also have a video that I gave him. I don't know if he remembers, Tommy, when he showed this to me at Crayola. I had an idea where he should do extra things for even more revenue.
What's that?
I don't know if I was going to do a separate video on it. All right, I'll just tell you. I'll tell you.
Come on, dude.
I told him he should also do like baseball cards have blind packs. Do additional things for like events and stuff where you could get card packs that are like a blind bag, and throw variant cards in there, variant 3D lenticular, along with more basic cards, or then even have like, say if you're Finnegan Fox, have, you know how they have signed develop or
like
signed
a random
cards
one is signed.
Throw some signed in there. It would be a really rare card, and then you could just slide it in the front there, and it'll make your box edition even more valuable, and just do an additional thing. Or even like blind bags with the coins too.
Would this be like sold online, or are you talking about like in a retail establishment?
Conventions, online, blind packs.
Bless you.
Throw some interesting things in there.
When you sneeze in the mask, does that get like snot all inside?
Yes,
or do
it
you
does.
have like a good nose hole?
No, I do. It's a mess in here now.
One thing I did want to also shout out that I know Ramblin' Man mentioned recently, like he had criticism about the collector's editions not being, at least to our knowledge, having anything specific that will differentiate them from future physical editions, other than it saying collector's editions. So I think I could be misrepresenting what he said, but I think that's what he said.
Said something about that on his unboxing video, and potentially it might be just I don't know if the RFID cards are going to stay like that. They might only have the ones that like the cartridge at the beginning. I don't know. I also think that there's not anything that like this might be for collectors, and say like they have GameStop. Wouldn't it be cool if they made a rigid reforce duck ship that's like an amiibo for sale on GameStop? So that doesn't really limit you to only
what if they had made like an amiibo, like actual each character,
I would love to get
a Finnegan Fox amiibo that you could just tap on your thing, and that would bring
they could potentially do that too. Releasing this,
that would have been too expensive,
limited
for
edition
this launch.
Now, are they going to do that? I don't know. I think they should consider it. It also depends on how much money they have to make all this product. They have to see if
that's the thing. First. That's what I've said, that they couldn't have added that in this product because that would have been too expensive. They needed to produce these as cheaply as possible and then sell them for what they can, because they needed income. I mean,
where's no swear gamers here? Okay, I haven't heard anyone call Dino Blaster. I would be up for a game called Dino Blaster too. I think they should make it.
DJC calls it Dino Blaster.
Okay.
I love DJC. He can it's called Dino Blaster then.
DJC has become my favorite pro Amico person. It used to be OAB Pete, but he's completely dropped the ball. DJC is my number one favorite pro Amico
10
person.
out of 10. Yeah.
What?
For his channel.
I'm the one that has you on, and he's the number one? What about when my album drops?
You don't do enough Amico content. I could be on here every night talking Amico, but you only want to do it once a week.
What the hell? Saggy? Nothing. All right.
She's done.
Yes, Lucky Day, I forgot. He did say that. There's some digital benefits from having the collector's edition, like maybe They'll have like behind the scenes you could download, or different screens, or potentially different skins for your Moon Patrol or something for having this version. It's like a different download potentially. He did mention that in his unboxing, Tommy.
Just to check in on time, yeah, it's what is it, like 6:30 for East Coast folks?
Yeah, I said I'm good till 7, but you guys, whatever. I think Mad Max is.
All right. We'll end it soon, but we should cover this last. I do think it's funny to call mistakes variants, but that's the truth. That is how things become more.
That is funny.
Wow,
I've said that in my thing. I've said that in my thing. Like that was a good save, real quick to call it.
No, but it's the truth though.
It's like a fuck up. It's like literally like just like whoever did it that day fucked up a few of them.
You know,
but you say, ooh, variant.
Production errors do cost more money.
I mean, I used to collect football cards, you know, and like you'd get a little bit more money for an error card.
Right. So
yeah,
is it good marketing to call it a
variant? Like it's, you know.
What I miss?
There's
it's
another
not really a
too.
variant. Like a variant is usually like
it's a,
you know, like I have some
He-Man.
Like I have He-Man, and some of them were like had a slight different paint job because in that. What?
Saggy's asking.
What I missed so much. I'm like, y'all are still going. I was gone for at least 20 minutes. No one even noticed.
No, we did. We were ripping on him, and he went to you for some advice or help, and you were like not there. So
don't rip on Max. Max is a good guy.
Well, he just wanted to be the number one.
Here's
pro
another
Amico.
variant.
Yeah, he's trying to be the number one
variant that Tommy revealed in his unboxing vid. He said this one we did a lot of checks.
Yes,
but we forgot to update the font for biplanes on the side.
So now seems like that could be because if they produce when they produce
it's now corrected. Yeah.
When they produce the next run, it will be correct. So that is I would consider that more to be a variant.
Inovia is calling his sister a variant. Oh wow. Oh yes, no swear gamer. Yes, different icons to explore in the UI. Not sure why they didn't announce that when their physical product video. Yeah. All right. Well, Saggy.
What?
Now that you're back, we're gonna end the show.
Yeah, friggin' figures.
No, I mean I don't. I have to do a member stream later, and I didn't even game or I did errands. I didn't watch any movies.
Listen, I was not expecting.
Hey, I'm giving up football.
Yeah, he's giving up football. That's serious, and he's giving up.
Man, we do have to be. Like I said, I'm willing to wait till the night game.
We do have to not shut people off as much though, because a lot of these people are paying customers. Except Dazyed Gaming is not a paying customer. He's going to do horrible things to Finnegan Fox.
Listen.
You did say if someone wants to send me one. You did say that one.
I will say this.
No, I'm talking about the one from Next Gen Gamer.
I will say this. If this kind of conversation would have happened, at least for me, like months ago, then maybe there wouldn't be as much animosity within this community, because like I said, it's literally just difference of opinion. And I think the reason why Dazyed makes his videos, especially like on like Retro Bro and other people's, like because he doesn't talk to us, he doesn't know us. So in fairness, as much as I'm like, you don't know us to judge, but at the same time, like you said,
not cool, Zeno.
We do put ourselves out there in the public, and that is gonna be subjected to criticism. So I can't really fault, but it's like if I reach out to you and be like, all right, so you made this video about me, Days, like, can we talk about this? And then he's like, nope, I just think you're a scummy person. I'm gonna be like, all right, well, you didn't get the time to take the chance to talk to me about this and get to know me. If you
destroy Finnegan Fox, I'm gonna do
I'm gonna win it. Don't worry, I'm winning.
That's fine. I want you to.
No,
I'm gonna be super mad. I'm like you horrible man, destroying a child's joy with the Finnegan Fox boxed edition. I can't believe it. I don't want you to melt coins or nothing.
I mean, maybe I will get it and I'll look at it and I'll be so impressed. I'll add it to my collection. You never know.
No, I'm gonna win it. No, you're not winning it. I already put my bid in. So yeah. Listen, I'm not going any higher than a certain number. I'm not gonna say what number that is because I know somebody's gonna troll me and put that up there. But
I'll give you some of your tip jar next stream or something to help with the Finnegan Fox.
No, I'm winning. Lucky day. I will hunt you down and steal it. I will steal it. I'm winning it. I want that so bad.
Well, you shouldn't announce your bidding on something on a live stream. You'd be like, maybe I'll get.
Yeah,
him.
now you got now.
Now you're
anybody's
driving
gonna
up the
come in.
price.
Yeah, you just.
Now people
That
want
was
to
a
beat
massive
Saggy
fail.
Melons.
I mean, it's
This
for
is
charity.
bad.
It's for charity. So if I have to bid again just to win it, if it go, listen, I don't think anyone's gonna want to spend more than like $30 on that. To be honest with you.
Oh wow.
Well, just so you guys are aware, I mean, what you just said, Saggy, I'm going to continue to make my same videos. I mean, you know, I'm cool with all y'all. I think everything is, you know, yeah, sure. You know, we can get along as regular people, but as we continue, we're going to continue to disagree over this in television. So it's going to ride out until, like I said, it comes out, and then whoever's right's right and whoever's wrong's wrong. So it's just, you know,
right.
It's going to continue to be that way. Like, so it's like, even if I had talked to y'all earlier on, I would still make my videos. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will always try to be fair. I'll tell you that.
No, that's what I was gonna say. The video you made on me, and I know like you got some slack for it, but like
not
that's
much,
like
a little bit,
but, right? But that's what I mean. Like the video he did on me was very fair, and he even said that he's like, "I'm gonna be fair here," and I watched it. I respect it. He wasn't being unreasonable, unrational.
No burning Amicos.
Right. Oh. He wasn't being irrational with how he was making his critique of my video. So I like, that's the thing. I have no problem with people disagreeing with me or critiquing me. But like, if you're going to do it and be a dick and be disrespectful and then claim I said things that I didn't, or just take bits and pieces of my videos and say, oh, look at what Saggy Melon said. I'm like, no,
basically the video I made about you was the same I made basically about Max. That I think you did a video. It was about Flat Earth Gamer, and you chose like to do a response video to him before you listened to it. And like half the time you were like, come on, get to the rant. I was like, this was the wrong person to make a reaction video to, because he's just sitting there like playing games and casually ranting about about you. I mean, I get it. And I knew at one point there was something that he said that triggered you to the point where you made the video. And I just thought that like
someone's got to put RJ in a timeout.
Days, it's not that. And I'll say this here so everybody can know.
Zeno, you have my permission. Put RJ in a time. Can you?
You can't. They're both wrenches. Anyways, my point is like the
Saggy
reason why I made
smells
that stream,
so bad. Her stench is going to destroy all the copies of Flossing Fox or whatever it's called.
RJ. RJ's a Snorlax. Nobody cares.
Flossing Fox. I don't want to see a Fox.
But like I said, my point of making that stream and the streams I make is because it's not just about the videos they make. Like I see, because when I first got into this, a lot of accounts would come to my channel before I was, and they would just literally bombard me, and then I'd see them on other people's chats. Like, because people would be like, hey, look at this video of this dude who made. And then you see all the chats of people saying, Saggy Melon's this, Saggy Melon's that. So I'm like, dude, what is the issue? Like, if you guys hate me so much, just stay away from me. Don't watch my videos. Go stay on your little favorite YouTuber's channel so you guys can jerk off about how angry you are about Tommy the Miko. I don't care. Just leave me alone.
You're a fun hate watch for people.
I love it. And it's great because it helped me get monetized. So thank you, haters. You guys helped a lot because you gave me plenty to friggin' bitch about for the last few months. So thank you.
I'm upset with all
we're generating content for each other. It's great.
I might have to start paying y'all.
You know, Draconovi didn't even want me included in the Rhea and Daze show. He's like, Rhea and Daze need a show, and left out Max and Seth.
Oh no, Hammock. Oh, sorry, not Hammock. Dazed and Ninja Kitty had a great conversation on Ninja Kitty's channel. So fun. I would recommend y'all to check that out too.
See, Drakovnia has a great point. Exactly.
You should watch Tony's stream. Tony's stream last night was really good. I was on Tony's stream, and
and Vito was on there. It was bomb.
Check that out too.
Yeah, y'all just talk a lot of smack though. That gets people a little upset though.
I mean, we are the haters.
So
we're assholes, I guess.
Oh wow, there are 5 bids on here. 7
Oh my God. See, I was talking about it last night. I was afraid that these games, I discovered a flaw in our logic about why these games could be popular when it was pointed out that they were only released in the United States and in England or in Great Britain or whatever. And now people from all over the world that couldn't get them are going to be potentially looking for these on eBay to drive the price up because they didn't have access to it at first. So these do potentially have global value because of that.
Oh,
so I might be done. I might be
store. I wanted to see. he has 100% positive feedback as a seller. I wanted to see what else he's selling besides.
I sold one time. One time I bought a. I was at a, as I do a lot. Me and my wife and I, we do a lot of antiquing, and we like to go to yard sales. That's where most of my stuff I get from collections from doing stuff like that. And I went one time, like one of the only times on eBay that I've ever sold anything. I found a. What was the cartoon character? The Smokey Bear. It was Smokey Bear lunchbox, and I paid $2 for it. And I come home and I see that it was valued at like almost $500 for just a $2 pay. So I literally just threw it up on eBay for $300, and somebody bought it instantly.
Saggy, stop talking about it. Lucky Day is trying to really never. Saggy's lost interest. She's not been on Finnegan Fox.
Yeah, Days. No, like if you ever like want to like expand your content, like obviously you probably know, like, you know, those pickup videos do really well.
I used to do those. If you go back and look at some of my old content,
okay. I didn't know that.
And I thought about doing it. Like, go back and look. Like, there was a time like I was doing, like I bought some spy camera glasses, and they had a little camera, and I was going to yard sales and places and filming it, or I would just go to antique stores and film it with my phone. So if you want to see some of that crap, go check out some of my old stuff. But I thought about doing some new because I do enjoy it.
That's cruel, man.
Saggy
that is so cruel.
Oh,
that's
no,
so
we're
cruel. I hate when people do that.
Listen, at the end of the day, it is for charity, so I don't care either way. I mean, it's what it is. It's for charity, so I mean, it doesn't bother me if you up the price, and that's just more money going to the cause. I don't care. Like I said, I still want the game. I get the game. I donated to charity. I still win at the end of the day.
Look, there's bids on other games.
I just want the Finnegan Fox.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't
Dino
like
Blaster, Moon Patrol.
I've screwed myself because I'm the one that's betted on this.
Where is
talking about it on live stream?
Where's Rigid Force Redux? That's gone. Let me see. I don't see Rigid Force.
I'm gonna win it regardless. I'm gonna win it, and then the charity is gonna win, so it's a win-win.
What happened to the Rigid Force Redux?
Exactly, but Bayohoyo says it the right.
Oh no, it's still there. It has 3 bids. Hey, Gen X Gamer. I'll admit, I thought you were wrong to do it. I thought there'd be a market for this secondhand market in the future. I just didn't think it'd be right now. But I guess because Intellivision selling them as packs, and you just want one game. There is a market to sell them now.
I think Gen X doing this for charity is a good thing. I think regardless of which, like I said, he bought it. He's going to do it for charity. That's a good thing. I mean,
no, but there's interest in half of the games already, and there's still 7 days left. You have to understand that
he's doing it 3 times because it was supposed to be 30 days. So he's doing 3 runs of 10 days each because you can only do it at a 10-day max. So there's plenty of time. Yeah. So it'll be a 10-day thing. So the ones that don't sell, he's going to run it through.
Honestly, if there's too many people on eBay, it's not going to work. But if there's only a few sellers,
nobody else is posting them but him right now.
You could buy an 8-pack from the television and make some profit on eBay selling them individually.
If you want for the global market, we'll pay.
Lucky Day, I get what you're saying, but it's for charity. I don't care. It could be $100. I will pay if that's what
I won't bet against Saggy. I'll let you have it for
charity. Right. It's charity, dude. I don't care if it's a $20 game for $45. It's a $20 game and it's for charity.
And she's probably going to get hers signed by Tommy too when she sees
That's true too. If I get it, I'm going to get it signed by Tommy.
All right. I'm done.
Are you?
Are you done?
That was a good
talk.
Fun.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you so much for joining us, Days. And Saggy, thank you for hopping on the stream too. I'm sorry that you thought it was going to be later, but I'm glad you could come hang out.
Yeah, no, I wanted to be here too because I like I said, I've had interactions with Days, and again, I'm trying to understand like not everybody in this are like just awful, garbage, bad people. We just have to start communicating better and still understand and respect. We can disagree and still be cool because I guarantee you we have a lot more in common than we do different. So, like football.
Yeah. No, I don't care about football.
That's what I'm going to watch now. So
I am kind of a Mad Max. I want to play these games now that I got it on my box, and I can't play them right now. I do really want to play them.
Well, Max, that sounds like a first world problem.
That's true.
You got games you can't play for a system that doesn't exist.
It doesn't.
Smells. By the way, Tony smells. I just want to say it. Tony smells. Okay. Yes, he smells. Tony, if you're here, you smell.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. You know what? Dazyed Gaming, end my show. Say thanks for watching. We're done. Thanks. I don't know. End it some way.
Thanks for watching. We're done.